hey, it's Thursday, so Thursday's always good. One day closer to Friday. Hopefully, everybody's having a good Thursday, a good day, all that good stuff, wherever you are around the world, all that good stuff. And today, open topic, we could talk about anything, everything, as always, whatever y'all want to talk about. Pretty much the discussion is open, so you can talk about anything that you would like. And let's just kick off things because let's be honest, Warner Brothers and DC is a hot topic right now, and everything with what's going on over there and the madness and the chaos that's unfolding. Unfortunately, with with James Gunn and everything that has to do with Superman, Supergirl, it's completely a disaster. It just goes from bad to worse, and even Warner Brothers knows what's up. Ram Wrangler, what's up? What's up? It's pretty wild how people everywhere are talking about Super Slop and how it's going to flop and how things are getting worse, and they really are. Instead of them being good, you would think that they are, but they're straight up getting worse by the day. At this point, WB has no faith and no hope whatsoever in Supergirl, and it's just embarrassing. DJ Alex, what's up? What's up? Supergirl will be allowed to flop though. Yeah, that's it's pretty bad right now. Like it's embarrassing to see what Warner Brothers has become after 100 years. It restored the Bayverse and the Snyderverse all day. That's what I'm waiting for. It's just seeing all these simps, all these shills, trying to justify James Gunn and his DC slop. It's hilarious on the internet. You just see them half of the time, like they have to be completely trolling, like they have to, like the desperation is real. Probably there's just straight up some bot accounts and stuff like that, so I would not be surprised, honestly. You got a permit test tomorrow, you'll do good, don't worry, you don't need luck, you'll do fine. All you got to do is just focus, do it right, concentrate, and you'll be good. Loopy, what's up? Thanks for joining us, appreciate that. How's everything on your end? How everybody is doing, all that good stuff. Again, y'all can talk about whatever, again, here we are just talking nonsense as we always do. Because that's what we do. We're fans, we love to talk about things, and we don't take it personal, that's what fans do everywhere in every category. Paramount needs to bank on Transformers and Michael Bay because DC is in shambles. Yeah, Paramount is going to go back to what was making them money, and they know it. Because let's be real, after Michael Bay, everything has just been going downhill. Same thing after Zack Snyder, everything has been going downhill. And once Paramount with Skydance take over, that's it. It's game over. And that's the reality. Business has to move, and these companies have to make money. I don't mind supporting companies as long as they give us good content. That's all that matters. When you get a good product, whether it's merchandise, a movie, video game, a comic book, or whatever it is that you like and you enjoy, hey, people are going to support it. But when you don't, people just walk away. They're just not interested, honestly. Where's the Marvel? What's up, bro? Thanks for joining us, man. I know you're on the other side of the world right now, so it's always good to see you jump on and everybody. Let's see. Supergirl's going to make 1 billion. The Force the Force is 8. Good one, man. That's completely that's man. You got the joke of the day, honestly. Supergirl's going to make 1 billion. Yeah, we're still waiting for the billion for Superman 2025. So any minute now, any day, they will be getting they will be getting that billion. So I think the check is a little delayed. We're almost going to a year, and that billion didn't get reached. So yeah, that tells you everything. Restore the Snyderverse all day, my friends, all day. I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm good. Just here chilling, vibing, hanging out with y'all and stuff. You're currently working. Hang in there, bro. Hang in there. Don't give up. The hustle doesn't stop. The grind doesn't stop. As long as your bank account is getting up, that's all that matters, man. Just get your money focused, and work is work regardless wherever you go and stuff like that. So hang in there, bro. Shane, what's up? What's up? The the DCUBs are about to be back. The Guntards are attacking us in droves. Yeah, yeah, they are coming out with all excuses, and it's ridiculous. But at the same time, it's hilarious to see these shows completely. Everyone on the internet completely lose their mind. It's fun. It's fun to see that. Remember that 125 billion for super shit. Oh yeah, remember that? I remember that. Oh, hilarious. Really like Bumblebee though. but Bay is where it's at. Yeah, I enjoyed Bumblebee. Don't get me wrong. I loved the intro. When I saw the intro, I was like, wow. I was like straight up fanboying. I was like, I turned around to my girlfriend. I was like, yo, this movie's gonna be good. At the end of the movie, I was so let down. I was like, what the hell was this? Honestly, I was like, yo, we need Michael Bay back. But the intro, I love it. The fights with the robots and Bumblebee, I love all that. But yeah, that's what it is. But yeah, that's where the money is at, and they have to go back to that. You're creating an original superhero universe. Nice, nice. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. Orke Okoloko. I'm not sure. Sorry if I said that wrong, honestly. Let's see. Momoa liking your super flop comment made me laugh. Yeah, yeah, I was surprised he actually liked it. I thought it was a troll. I was like, nah, that has to be fake. But no, he actually did. Or somebody on his team, probably on his marketing, because probably he doesn't even run his own accounts. Probably he has like other people, like a team and stuff, and they hit like. So that tells you a lot. That tells you a lot. Even the actors know it's shit. Yeah, big time. Mega Man, what do you mean about street? What do you mean street? And how does that pertain with Mega Man? Let's see. Supergirl actress said movie is crap. Even she says it. I'm telling you, they don't believe in this product. Honestly, Supergirl, this is straight up gonna be like, when you're playing a video game and you put the cheats and you go to the boss and you just keep using the cheats until you beat it. That's exactly what Supergirl 2026 is. We already defeated Superman 2025. It's moving up like in Mortal Kombat to the next character, and until we reach the main boss. Oh, this is what this slop has become, a complete joke. Restore the Snyderverse. Yes, sir. You know it. We need a Cybertron War live action by Bay. Yeah, but you know what? I do love what Michael Bay gave us when we saw the clips of Cybertron. I think it was in Dark of the Moon in the opening, and of course, like flashbacks and stuff like that. I was like, damn, we've already seen Cybertron. I'm getting chills just talking about this. But when you see in the opening of Dark of the Moon with that music, oh shoot, I was like, hell yeah. And then you see the intro of Transformers, and then you see that robot on that spaceship just shooting with the cannon, it's just doom, 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 doom. I was like, hell yeah. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. Damn, I love it. I love that Michael Bay and Zack Snyder know how to piss off all these shills when it comes to quality films. Just remember, Snyder haters, gungooners are the real life versions of Riddler and Joker cultists. Yeah, that's exactly who they are. Jason, no, it's over. Yeah, big time. Yo, what do you think of the animated Transformers movie for the kids? I mean, the animation is pretty cool. I did like that. Don't get me wrong. The movie sucked. I mean, I like what they did with it, but for me, I like more live action. Like that. You can clearly see that was Transformers One. That it was catered for the kids, and like I just didn't like the robot designs. I was very vocal, and I'll still say it. I didn't like the designs on Transformers One. I don't have none of those toys in my merchandise. That's how bad I didn't like it. At least Bumblebee, I have some of the figures in my stuff, my collection, but Transformers 1, it was just too animated. But I did like the animation, don't get me wrong. I loved the animation. It was cool and stuff like that. I love Sentinel's design. I liked Soundwave, but it just didn't connect with me, and that's what it tells you. Fans want live action movies. The demographic is for live action, but it is what it is when it comes to that. Unfortunately, it is not getting a sequel, but what can we do? Fans didn't show up. On your post about Mega Man. Oh, my post that I posted about Mega Man. Yeah, that Capcom is trying to focus more on Mega Man, the franchise, like they're doing with Street Fighter and with Resident Evil. Because Capcom, pretty much you see Capcom now, everything is just, that company is just catering to, if it's not Monster Hunter, it's Resident Evil. And right now, we're like on a Resident Evil high. Like this year's everything about Resident Evil, which I'm not against. I love it. But, it's just, they want to do the same thing with the IP for Mega Man, which is good. So we'll see what's going to come from that. It's about time. We know we just saw in 2025 at the Game Awards, the most recent Mega Man that I'm telling you straight up, that's like Mega Man. What is it, Mega Man 12? They're rebooting and with the name, which it just irritates me. Just call it Mega Man 12. That's it. But yeah, that's good to see that they're showing love to Mega Man. You all know that I'm a Mega Man fan, especially when it comes to the X series. Hell yeah. Flop versus as good as done, big time. There's no might. Supergirl is absolutely gonna flop, big time. They know that it's dead on arrival, honestly. Um, let's see the 2007 opening with Megatron. Yeah, love it, telling you. And I love that Megatron, honestly. Like I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's not G1 accurate." I don't care. I love it. That's Megatron. Megatron's supposed. Look, now that we're talking about villains real quick, woo, this got me worked up. When it comes to villains in movies, these villains need to be what they are. Villains, they're a threat. That's exactly what they are. They're the bad guys. I don't want to see bad guys turn into like cowards, honestly. I want to see Megatron like Michael Bay gave us. I want to see Darkseid like what Zack Snyder gave us. Like those are badass villains. And I'm like, hell yeah, that's what we need. Like they're supposed to be scary. That's what they are. They're a threat to whatever it is in the universe and stuff like that. You never see Thanos coming out and saying, "Hey, let's all have a dance off" and stuff like that. Like that would be completely insane. And then what we're seeing now that they're prepping for Doomsday, yo, talking about Doomsday real quick. The only reason why I'm bringing it up is because I think there's a leak that came out and it said something about he who stands at the end. We'll see, and it's gonna affect Doomsday. Whoever I guess survives Doomsday, we're going to see, and it's gonna affect Secret Wars 1 and 2. I'm telling you, yo. Paramount, once they come over, I'm getting chills just saying this. Once Paramount takes over with Skydance, that's it. The only way that they can compete against Marvel and the MCU with the Avengers is by bringing Zack Snyder and continuing Zack Snyder's Justice League. That's the only way you could go head to head against the MCU because they're trying to bring Kang. I'm telling you right now, there's probably gonna be a Kang variant, but I'm telling you right now, Marvel will bring in King Thanos because that's the rumor, and they're going to bring also Kang from Dynasty Wars. That's gonna be nuts. I'm telling you, Secret Wars is going to be ridiculous. Like in the sense of how crazy they are going to surpass the $2 billion. I'm telling you right now, seeing how Doomsday's coming up, this is gonna be nuts. This is going to be wild for real. There's zero hype for Drunk Girl. Yeah, nobody cares. You laugh when the anti-Snyders throw a fit. Yeah, I love seeing how they throw a tantrum. Transformers 1 Megatron, Angry Yell. Bay Megatron, this is my army. Brutally beating and ripping Transformers 1 Megatron. Oh, love it, love it. Did they kill Sam off screen though? No, he's not dead. Sam is not dead. His picture's in the museum the last night. Hope not. Notice when the Witwiki guy he said that that's the last one. I mean, not the Witwiki, the other dude. The I can't remember now his name. But the old man when he was like, oh, and he shows the picture of Sam. Sam is the last of the Witwikis, so he's not dead because he didn't say it. He just goes, he's the last one of them. So it leaves you like, okay, so they're not confirming he's dead, but they're also not denying that he's alive. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. When they do Transformers, the next one with Michael Bay, they had to connect that shit to the last night. We have Unicron in that universe. That has nothing to do with Rise of the Beast. Just focus on what Michael Bay was building. And I'm telling you right now, I'm telling you right now, they are going to make money when he's back. For real. Yes is in me. I wanted Paramount Hasbro to be my home to rival Marvel and DC. It will happen. It will happen. I'm telling you for sure. For a time, I consider sparing your wrench little planet Cybertron. Now you shall witness is dismemberment. Hell yeah. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. You see? Hell yeah. My friends, you all understand me. I love the Bayverse. Besides the Snyderverse, I also love how Megatron, he's so poetic in how dark he is, like he's so twisted, but at the same time, it's like, damn, he's such an asshole, but at the same time, it's like I'm rooting for him. I love Optimus, but I'm like, yo, sometimes like, hey, maybe Megatron's a little right sometimes. Some Guntard sought out your Facebook post saying how much of a flawed drunk girl is. June 1st, low Guntard found them and laugh emoji, laughing my ass off. Yeah, that's how they are, honestly. The Bumblebee movie Cybertron scene wasn't too bad. No, I actually loved that Cybertron scene. Loved it, especially when you see Soundwave and he comes out, and then he was like, "Oh, what is it? Soundwave? Shockwave." He's like, "Oh, how is it that he says? I can't remember right now. Let none escape." I was like, "What? Hell yeah!" I was like, "That's what I'm talking about." That was dope. That was pretty fun. I recommend your channel to a fellow Restore the Snyderverse fan today. I appreciate that, Shane. Thank you. I really appreciate everybody for doing that. I truly appreciate that. Let's see. Got you. All right. Appreciate that. Let's see. You got to catch up on Transformers. Yeah, catch up on them. I'm telling you. Watch the Bay movies. When you get to the last night, kind of disregard it because that's not fully Michael Bay. He directed it, yes, but you can clearly see if you want to compare side to side. The Last Night is literally like Batman versus Superman in the sense of the studio was getting in the way with Zack Snyder and when David Ayer was there with Suicide Squad, Studio Squad. You could see that that was the studio interfering, telling them, hey, do this, do that. That wasn't the director. That was clearly the studio. So go with that in mind when you see that movie because it's completely different from the previous films. But they are connected. Just focus on the connectivity, but just disregard the stupidity in it, honestly. The director for Resident Evil is making excuses. Why is it not like the games? Thank you. Thank you, Vegeta. I agree with you. That director for Resident Evil, he's just milking his whatever movie it is, and he's just slapping, bam, a label of Resident Evil. That movie's going to tank. I'm telling you right now. Resident Evil is going to tank, unfortunately. I am sorry. I'm a big Resident Evil fan, but I have no excitement to see it. And every time I'm losing more interest in it. I don't know which one of the two is more disappointing to me, the Odyssey or now Resident Evil. I don't know. They're both probably on the same scale, but I know for sure that Resident Evil movie is going to tank at the box office. Is not going to be as good as it's supposed to be, but that's what they want to go with. Fabian, what's up? Restore the Snyderverse. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know it. With Resident Evil, I love its original story. It looks fire to you personally. Yeah. If you play the games, that's the heart. That's Resident Evil. And I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. Resident Evil 0 to the original Resident Evil 4, also known as Code Veronica, because Code Veronica is the original Resident Evil 4. The Resident Evil franchise lost me as a fan at the official Resident Evil 4. After that, I didn't play Resident Evil. I missed out on 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then they got me back at 9. So I missed out like 5, probably over 10 years of Resident Evil. But I don't care because I was like, that's just not for me. They won me back with Resident Evil 9. So yeah, let's go. That's how it's supposed to be. You don't want direct game adaptation. That's boring. Not really. I've seen some fan movies and it's literally ripped off from the game. There's like 2 or 3 videos I've seen on YouTube. I highly recommend them. I'm probably gonna share their the videos, but they're amazing. The costumes, and I'm like, damn, that's low budget. Imagine them with a budget. Like fantastic with the work that they did. Megatron got weaker as the movie went on. Yeah, that's true. I do agree with you. I started seeing that they were trying to make him a little bit more weaker. I was like, yo, come on, that's Megatron. You like G1, but not everything has to be G1. Thank you, thank you. Nothing against G1, but not everything, especially in the live action, has to be G1. We already know by now G1 sells in toys, merchandise, all that stuff, but it does not sell in movies. Because if it's sold in movies, Transformers 1 would have made money. On the contrary, it did worse than Rise of the Beast. So that's just like saying now with James Gunn and his DCU is doing worse than what we had before, with Walter Hamada and the Hamada verse and stuff. So yeah, that's true. Do you think Marvel would ever hire Zach? Loopy, that's a good question, and that would be amazing. I would love to see Zach working with Marvel. I know he would cook, and that would be straight up a two slap to Marvel. I mean to DC, saying, "Hey, you had him. You literally had Zack Snyder, and you didn't do anything with him. Now take it." You see what I'm saying? So it would be awesome. Could it possibly happen? Yes. Do I think it's gonna happen? No. Why? Very simple. Because Zack Snyder's right now working with, the people behind the scenes, if you want to say, that are very associated with Paramount. And he's just been seen on the parking lot of Paramount, the studios. And he's going to be working on The Brawler, which is going to be a UFC movie. UFC is very connected with Paramount, especially with the pay-per-views and all this stuff. And there's a guy that's on Zach's team, that they're friends, Turkey. I can't remember. I can't even pronounce his last name. He's a Saudi from, out there. This dude is big within the entertainment business, and he has deep plugs for, like entertainment and stuff. So he wants Zack Snyder if they buy Paramount because he loves the DCU of what Zack had with Justice League and stuff like that. And they're always gifting each other stuff, and it's always from the Snyderverse. So that's why I think that it won't happen just because. And Disney had all this opportunity, honestly. I mean, Disney turned down Zack Snyder for Rebel Moon, and the only one that bought and literally took Rebel Moon and gave it a chance was Netflix. I applaud Netflix for that. No hate, no nothing against them. They did what was right. We got Rebel Moon 1 and 2, but unfortunately we don't have anything else after that. We got Twilight of the Gods, That's also on Netflix. But yeah, that's where we are right now. And WB also turned it down, because they just felt that it wasn't good enough, I guess. So they missed out on that. Some of these shows are even are even saying Gunn may not be the man for DC. They know it's over. Yeah, exactly. Secret Wars won't actually be split into two, from what I heard. But yes, I'm excited for Doomsday. I know we'll probably have a scene for Doctor Doom already killed the Kangs. Um, they're gonna have to split it into two movies because Secret Wars. I see exactly what Marvel is doing. They're trying to make a franchise even larger than what it is. So they're gonna do the next trilogy, if you want to say Doomsday, Secret Wars Part One and Part Two. That was the original plan before the whole pandemic in 2020. It was floating around 2018, 2017, 18, 19, something like that. That they wanted to do that. They even announced that. I think it was at San Diego Comic Con. San Diego Comic Con is the biggest event where they announce all the big plans and stuff. And then, the pandemic happened and stuff like that. So things happen, and then they went with what they wanted to do, was Kang Wars, or whatever. And then that happened with the actor. But I mean, at this point, just continue and do Secret Wars 1 and 2, because I'm telling you, Secret Wars, if you're not familiar with that comic, that that shit is crazy. Like, I'm talking about, if you think Endgame was crazy with so many characters at the end, where you see the portals open, damn, it gives me chills. And you hear don 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 don, and you start seeing all these characters coming out. That's what they're gonna do with Secret Wars. But imagine that times three. Like, it's gonna be insane. You're gonna have X-Men. You're gonna have Spider-Man characters. You're gonna have the regular Avengers. And then the new Avengers. That's gonna be wild. I'm telling you, they can't do that in one part. They have to do two parts for that, because that's gonna be massive. I'm telling you, Doomsday is gonna be a failure. Nah, I don't think it's gonna be a failure. Honestly, I don't think so. Honestly, MCU is a failure. The MCU is a failure. But when it comes to the Avengers IP, the every Avengers movie has always made $1 billion, always, and it just keeps growing. So that's what I'm telling y'all. Avengers, just the IP, is not going to flop. It's going to make massive numbers and a lot of money at the box office. I'm telling you. Now the MCU, like, what do you call this? The most recent Captain America. Yeah, that did bad. Thunderbolts did bad. Fantastic Four did bad. But those are little side movies. Yeah, that's all trash. Honestly, Spider Man. That's gonna make $1 billion plus. I'm telling you, and that's gonna open the doors for when they re-release. I think it's in November, October, or November this year, right before Doomsday. They're gonna re-put in the theaters. What is it? Endgame, to prep everybody up, to set everything literally in place for when we see Doomsday. It's like right fresh off the mind. And it's like, oh, okay, I just saw that. Oh, okay, it connects. You get what I'm saying? So Marvel's doing a fantastic job when it comes to the marketing and stuff like that right now, what they're doing. Doomsday isn't going to fail. No, it's not. MCU sucks. I can see your point of view. I like some of the MCU, not everything. I prefer DC more, but I also have a soft spot for Marvel and the MCU. Even Grace Randolph is saying Supergirl is not is not looking good. Oh wow, everybody's turning on Supergirl. Unfortunately, Supergirl is expected to flop. Yeah, it is. I don't like what they did with Starscream after the first movie. Yeah, I just didn't like his design. He should have had the cone head. Other than that, I liked them. But yeah, I see what they did. I don't like how they like literally killed him off. I think it was Age of Extinction where Megatron holds his head, I think, in the scrapyard or something like that. I was like, damn, yo, they did him dead. I mean, dirty. I think it was Galvatron or something. I don't remember. I just remember something like that. Probably was Dark of the Moon. I don't remember. Remember, guys, C is the only channel to talk about Bayverse and Snyderverse. You said it. That's all. That's what mainly we talk about. I'm very passionate about that. Open to the topics, but you all know. You know how that goes. Thank you for spreading the truth. Hey, I do what I can. I do what I can with the information that I come across. So, you all know I don't bend the knee for nobody, and most of all, I have no price tag on me. I bring it just how it is. So if you like that, this is the channel for you. All DCU films except the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker are all one shared connected universe. Yeah, pretty much. And then Peacemaker, literally, with the Suicide Squad, that's still part of the DCEU. So when James Gunn came on board, he already had his plans of doing the DCU, but it's a complete mess right now where we are right now. Bay Sentinel, you're a fraud. You killed my brothers. I made mistakes, but at least I'm a real prime. And there can only be one. Kills Transformers 1 Homelander Sentinel. Oh, Resident Evil 2026 is still going to be one of your one of your worst movies of 2026. Oh man, yeah. But I thought you said Moana was gonna be worse. Oh, Sosa Broly, what's up? What's up? Thanks for joining us. Paramount Hasbro, home for your own original superhero universe, but still want a crossover with Marvel, DC, Power Rangers, GI Joe, Transformers, but still remain competitive under Hasbro. That's gonna be interesting. Once Paramount and Skydance acquired WB, you all can imagine that Batman doing a crossover, like literally with the freaking Optimus Prime. That would be nuts. And then the Turtles just jump in. That would be completely bonkers. But I want to see that happen, honestly. El Turner, what up? What up? Thanks for joining, my friend. Reynaldo, appreciate that for joining. Also, it's been a while. Thanks for being here. You want a Mega Man movie? Yeah, I want one too, but I'm kind of scared because Disney owns the rights to that. So yeah, that kind of scares me because you all know what Disney likes to do and what they like to sometimes push, and I wouldn't want that with our boy Mega Man. We'll probably get Mega Woman. So uh, did you know Marvel started Transformers in the original comics, and Avengers and Transformers did a crossover in 2007? Oh, interesting. I had no idea. I know that Marvel did some stuff. I think it was the G2 where they had did the some of the Transformers and stuff back in the days. I love the G2. Besides the Bayverse, G2 is my, besides G1, I love G2 just because it screams 90s with the funky colors and stuff like that. But I know that that's where it was Jihad, I think. Or G Axis. G Axis, yeah, there you go. G Axis, my bad. He's the one that comes into G2, and then this new Transformer, I forgot, remember, Liege Maximo, I think, or something. Yeah, that dude, he comes out in the in G2, so it's pretty cool, but I'll have to look into that. Restore the Bayverse, yeah, you know it. Transformers 1 was garbage, suck animation, and it sucks story. Wasn't a real true G1 movie. Yeah, I felt a little too Disney, honestly. Zach isn't interested in Marvel. Yeah, I mean, that would be honestly pretty fired though. I won't lie. You imagine Zach doing like a Blade movie? I think he would do justice to that type of movie and stuff like that. Marvel would definitely hire Zach if for nothing else as a consultant. Imagine that. That would be insane. That would be insane. Zack Snyder's full on DC. Yeah, he's really really full. I think the DCU is doing good. That's why it's still alive, bro. Moment that you don't see the truth, you delusion. Yeah, Reynaldo, guess what, my friend? You earned yourself because you constantly like to troll. You are being put like a little kid on timeout. There, I'm putting you on timeout for 24 hours, clown. That's what you clowns always like to do. Keep messing around. Always. I don't even know why y'all waste your time, honestly. Straight up trolls, man. If you don't like Zack Snyder, Michael Bay, why you even here? Honestly, you don't see me going bashing on other channels. Like, yo, straight up, man, just completely ridiculous. But yeah, that you just revealed who you are. What happens if MCU crossed over with Snyderverse? Chaos. That would be insane. I would love to see that, but yeah, that's not gonna happen, honestly. Yeah, that Guntar's completely. He's been put on quiet mode for 24 hours. Transformers 1 is just animated a Robot Avengers parody. Decent, but not Transformers, in my opinion. I guess. MCU, even in reboot, would be better crossing over with Zack Snyder than Gunverse. I agree with you. Troll alert, troll alert. Yeah, that troll's already out. You know me, I clean house. DCEU merchandise sells like crazy still. Yeah, completely like hot bread. It always sells. Michael Bay was able to satisfy fans on both fronts, old school fans because of the story and Optimus, and the new crowd who appreciates the redesigns while still getting that hardcore action. Thank you. Exactly. I agree with you, Vanguard, completely. That is so true. Because Michael Bay brought what he brought to the table and he just expanded on it. If you want to say he extended on it, and it's amazing. I love what he did. I know there's some fans that are like, oh, like they weren't happy with it because it was G1. But let's be real, thanks to Michael Bay, like that saved the franchise big time. In 2007, when that movie came out, like everybody was watching it. That's why it made high numbers. And then the next one, and then the next one finally reached a billion. So yeah, it was just telling you that they were doing great, so they have to go back. Rebel Moon 1 and 2 Uncut rock. Yeah, if you like them, I mean, I like both. It don't matter, PG-13 and the R. I mean, it's pretty much pick the one you like. I enjoyed the PG-13. I don't have no problem with it. It's still Zack Snyder's movie. It's Rebel Moon, so they're fun. The second movie, man, I love the second movie more. Has more action. That's what I like. Snyder said he would do Frank Miller's Elektra live, but he's obviously a DC guy. Yeah, yeah. DC characters, I don't know what it is. Is the lore? Is something about them that they're just, man, I don't know. I think we can relate to these characters much more. I love Marvel. I love their characters. Not all of them, some of them, but it's just kind of like, yeah, it just doesn't hit as DC characters. DC characters are just like, man, like everybody can relate with Batman. And if you can't relate with Batman, you could probably relate with one of their villains or one of the characters within that universe. Superman, all these characters in all these universes and stuff like that. Marvel is so, I guess it's just so limited. Like, I like Iron Man because of the suits that he wears and the gear he carries. But do I really care about Tony Stark? Not really. It's just like that. Now, ask me about War Machine. I like his gear. I like what he wears. Do I really care about Rhodey? I don't care about him. I just like what the character is and stuff. So yeah, that's that. Zach is working behind the scenes, and for as passionate as Zach is regarding DC and as much money as Paramount has to recoup, I know he's prepping that Justice League 2 and 3. Oh yeah, hell yeah, for sure, for sure. Yo, y'all hear that? I hear that ice cream truck. My bad, I got sidetracked, but I just hear that little ice cream truck roaming around. It's hilarious. Yeah, but for sure, Zach is doing a Justice League 2 and 3. He probably has something really really prepared, and when the time is right, we are all going to see exactly what he's been cooking and stuff. And I like that nobody knows in the sense of the studio, and like literally Marvel and nobody like the Russo brothers know about anything of what Zack Snyder has planned out for Justice League 2 and 3. And that's how it should be, honestly. Like, keep that on the low, and when the time is right and you're back, then you go all ham and you announce it and say, this is what we're doing. This is what's taking place. This is where we're going. Boom, boom, boom. That's it, back to back. That's what the fans are going to enjoy, and they're going to love it. And I'm sure the shareholders and the stock brokers and all, they're going to be losing their minds because they're going to be like Mr. Krabs. They're going to be like, money. DCU is about to be restored. That's why shows coming out in droves. They're so mad and salty. Yeah, laughing my ass off. That's exactly how they are. Um, Gotta boot out Zaslav, Saffron, Gunn, and Reeves. I'm gonna be honest with you. Zaslav, he's done. Zaslav got his money. Notice that we haven't been hearing about Zaslav for almost a month, and we're getting closer to the mega deal. I'm telling you right now. I was reading a report yesterday, and it was talking about that things are looking good, and we're gonna be hearing very soon more updates. WB is literally going over to Paramount. Paramount secured. I think they got some lawyers. They got a whole bunch of stuff on their end, and they're trying to get everything so the sale is not prevented by nobody. In other words, this sale is going to happen. This is for sure live, real time. We're speaking right now. This is gonna be nuts, honestly. Um, all right, let's see. All right. Bay Fallen. Tony the Goat. Todd R.I.P. Whatever MCU parody. Transformers Avengers villains. Toby is going to be in Doomsday. Hell yeah. Oh, for sure. You know the same thing with Andrew Garfield. He's gonna also be in Doomsday. I mean, they're gonna set up something massive because the rumors came out before we even heard about Doomsday that they want to have all three Spider-Man, and apparently they want to finally introduce Miles Morales. Let's see if Sony actually lets that happen, or who knows what's gonna happen. But I'm telling you, Secret Wars is gonna be nuts. Doomsday is gonna be the start of it. But once we get into Secret Wars, that's it. And then, of course, when Secret Wars is happening, guess who's gonna be over there? Of course, James Gunn, because of Guardians of the Galaxy. So that's gonna happen for sure. I'm excited for Zack Snyder to return to DC full on. I love his Netflix universe too. Yeah, it does some good stuff. Doomsday look like it's a hot mess. Shane, you're really not convinced with the what the Avengers are gonna put out. I see. Grace is a shill and one that takes that troll seriously. Yeah, I mean, I guess Grace is like a lot of YouTubers that they're like, yo, how much you paying? So they'll straight up do Judas style and they'll turn their back and be like, yeah, you paid me more, so they'll just go to that brand. It's like how that if you guys seen Dave Chappelle where he's like, yo, tell me which is better, Pepsi or Coke? And he's like, to me it's the same shit. Whoever pays me the most, I'll tell you who's better. That's how this feels. So that's how I'm seeing it. For a paycheck. Sometimes, unfortunately, people for a paycheck will switch sides. No Way Home, Deadpool 3, and Daredevil Born Again are the current best things to come out of the mid saga. I'm starting to watch America Dad. First time Steve Smith reminds you of James Gunn. I like Marvel. I just hate how lame and limp the MCU is. Some movies you like: Doctor Strange, Captain America, first three movies, and Black Panther. I'll be honest with y'all. I did not even see Doctor Strange one or two. Don't care about that character. I like Captain America. I just didn't see the newest one. Black Panther, the first one was good. The second one was like, what the hell happened there? You can clearly see the budget cut that they were Disney was just trying to like go the cheap route, and we saw how that movie turned out. Do you think that the was it the backlash Mortal Kombat 2 had received Street Fighter will clean up their acts before October? Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. El Turner, that's a good point, and I think that that's what's probably going to happen. And I think if we're being realistic and we're seeing it, this is how competitors are. They're watching their competition, and remember, Street Fighter came out and they dissed Mortal Kombat. I think it was at the Game Awards in 2025, and then they responded back. You know, the people from Mortal Kombat, and I think what was it, Ed himself, the creator of Mortal Kombat, one of the creators, he was like, "Yo, I would love to see a crossover." He's like, "I love Street Fighter, so I don't, like." And he's like, "We'll see what the box office says, you know." So even he's like us. He's like, "Yo, the box office doesn't lie, so we'll see." But that's a good point. I think they're probably gonna be working on some stuff to fix, and they're gonna be like, "Yo, let's not do the same mistakes that Mortal Kombat did," especially after they just threw dirt at them. So yeah, we'll see, But at this point, I think I'm starting to see that Street Fighter might make more money at the box office than Mortal Kombat, and that's gonna say a lot. That really is gonna say a lot. So we'll see in October what happens. Can't wait for Highlander with Cavill. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for that Voltron movie also too. I want to see that. Robots, Henry Cavill. It's a shame that they're gonna put that on streaming. I think it's Amazon that picked that up. So but whatever, it is what it is. You love all things Spider-Man and X-Men. Yeah, I love Spider-Man. X-Men to me is like, yo, I just don't really care too much about it. Moana is still going to be even worse than Snow White 2025. Oh man, Supergirl 2026 is going to be the Snow White of 2025 for sure. See, as that Superman picture was epic. Yeah, that picture was amazing, amazing, completely, completely. Next weekend, Master of the Universe is in theaters. Yep, I can't wait. I'm gonna wait out probably a few days just because it's probably gonna be packed. It's summer, kids are on vacation, so I'm gonna just probably try to go see it when there's nobody in the theaters. That's the best time for me, honestly. You get to focus more on the movie. You don't gotta have so much distractions, and like it's just the setting is more relaxing to me. Batman with Scooby Doo, that would be nuts. Imagine that, just like in the cartoon. I guess for that, I mean, I don't know. A cartoon, okay, but live action, I don't think I want to see that, honestly. Would you want to produce and direct a Mega Man film? Oh, hell yeah, for sure, for sure. What about the person that made Alita or Player One's director? That could be a good person too. Yeah, I would love to, honestly. Like I actually did a short fan film based on Mega Man X. I have to put it all up so you guys can see and stuff like that. I'm trying to re-edit everything again, and I just want to do an update to the little trailer that I had did. I did shoot like a few scenes and stuff, not nothing big. It was a few years ago and stuff like that, but yeah, I mean, it didn't go anywhere, but it is what it is. But it was fun, with the team that I had at the time. If Marvel ever hires Zack Snyder, it'll be absolutely bananas. Yeah, completely, completely. Um, He's a gun tart, gun bot. He knows he can't help themselves. They know their flop verse is done. They know it. They know it straight up. What happened moments ago? I'm not sure. Let's see. Mary Montoya, I subscribe to you. Appreciate that. Thank you so much, Mary. I'm not sure how backed up I am on the comments. I probably really backed up, but I'm trying to catch up. So, appreciate that. Appreciate everybody that does. Zack Snyder, Michael Bay. I owe the fans. What? Want to make a big box office gold, and these p brains hate good quality. Yeah, that's how it is, like quality has to come back, and it's going to make a comeback for sure. Congrats, Marie. Yeah, appreciate that. Superhero movies got too fictitious. um Nah, it's not that it got too fictitious. It's the thing is, like, we just been getting slop, honestly. Like superheroes, I mean, just the word superhero. You just hear superhero, you know that it's supposed to be exaggerated and stuff. You have the boys, what they did, before whatever they did with the most recent one. I heard the last ending is like really trash. But if you take that, I'll use that as an example because it's serious, it's dark, and it still keeps, I guess, true to the source and stuff. And then you have James Gunn. That's a big difference. You see what I'm saying? And notice how I did not even compare Zack Snyder to that. I compared The Boys, a whole different IP, has nothing to do with DC, a whole different brand versus James Gunn and what he's putting out. That tells you everything, you know? With James Gunn, there's no excitement. With The Boys, at least, it's like, yo, people are tuning in, people are watching and stuff like that. So that just tells you, you know, the demographic of how this genre is. Have you ever played Rebel Moon game app? Nope, I have not played it, honestly. Um, it's fun. Okay. I'm gonna have to look into it. Batman at least has a hint of reality. True, I agree with you. Batman: The Dark Knight was the best. Yeah, the first and second one, amazing. The third one, I just don't like it, especially with that Bane. You know, he's like, ever since I wore the mask, then everybody started noticing. Whatever the hell he said, I just can't stand that Bane. I was like, come on, man, like that ain't my Bane. It seems that the shows are doing more insults as the new Cowboy Photo Funds Act dropped. True, they are in their feelings. They can't accept quality. That's all. They are that bothered that we are getting the Snyderverse back. Yeah, even they know it. That's what I'm telling y'all. Like the same thing is repeating, like with the Snyder Cut. I see the same pattern happening all over again, and I'm loving it. DC Universe is so multi-layered, and the characters are so well fleshed out in the comics and DCEU. True, that is true. Hey, see us yesterday. My granddad bought you this Wonder Woman book filled with 5 minute stories, and it made your day. Nice, enjoy it, have fun. That's all that matters. DC characters are able to go darker places than Marvel. Yeah, yeah, true. Notice how with Marvel they keep on. I don't know what the hell they're doing, procrastinating, playing around with Blade, and that movie straight up like I don't know how long it's been in production. It gets canceled, it gets picked up, it changes directors. That movie's haunted. You know, I'm not superstitious, but at this point, I'm starting to think that movie is just destined to not happen. But then again, yo, if you did what you did with Wesley Snipes, I mean, why not just do another one? Give the man what he wants. That's it, and then reboot from that. I mean, hell, you want to bring in two blades? Go for it. I mean, Secret Wars is gonna be bananas. You might as well just do it. Have fun with it, I guess. They could do so much, but sometimes they just have no idea what they're doing. Um, DC characters are more relatable. They've gone through something that hits close to home. True. Marvel characters backstories feel like they exist just as a matter of convenience. True. That is true. That is 100% right. I agree with that. You know, with DC, you have the lore, you have whatever's in that universe, even hell, looking at it, just comparing it, just because that's what I could think of the top of my head. You have Gotham City and Metropolis. Both of them have their problems. One is worse than the other. Gotham is all these lunatics. You have all these freaking crazies out there. And you know, Metropolis, they have theirs also. And to each their own. And then of course you have Marvel, but Marvel is like you said, you know, like their stories are just there just to be there. But with DC, like it's just I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's just I love it. I really do. Batman doesn't feel invincible. No, he shouldn't. I mean, Batman should just be like a regular type of. I mean, let's be real. Batman is just like Iron Man. They don't have special abilities. They're just rich people with money, and they can afford with the toys that they have. The Batmobile, Iron Man suit that flies, Mark One through whatever number it is. You know, so and I like that. You know, and we can relate to them because they're in the end they're human. You know, Superman not so much because Superman is a god. So you know, like that's different. You know, so and he has special abilities and things like that. So but yeah, I guess yeah, when it comes to that, that's just what it should be. Disney sent so many shows and their show websites and constantly hate on Zack Snyder and the DCU with all that repetitive comments. Yep, that's just how they are. They all read from the same script. I feel a connection to all the DC characters. True, true, exactly. We all do. Zaslav is probably out already. Oh yeah, Zaslav's probably like planning out his trip to the next beach. Dude's gonna be at the golf. He's gonna be enjoying all his you know, probably billions that he's getting from this deal. So be it. Just give it to the ones that really care. And I'm telling you right now, Paramount with Skydance, that's the difference. It's not the old Paramount. It's the new Paramount. They're cleaning house with Skydance. Skydance is the one that's overseeing all this, and they're the ones with the big money. So that's what really matters in the end. We just need somebody that really cares. Um, with all the details, love, and passion put into one picture, just imagine what Zach will do with an entire 2 hours and 30 minutes movie. Oh yeah, get that popcorn ready for sure. Look at what he did with an iPhone and his backyard with a green screen. That's nuts. That right there, I would have been like, yo, bring me Zack Snyder, because this dude's gonna save us. This dude will literally turn nothing into something. Literally, he used the iPhone. Look at the quality on Wayne T. Carr's Green Lantern. suit and all that. I'm like, what? Damn! Like that's what an iPhone and a few dollars, is like that's crazy, And then when you see what James Gunn's doing with all this money, it's like, damn, dude, like you can clearly see the difference. So yeah, the popcorn is ready, honestly. Sean, what's up, my friend? Thanks for joining us. Appreciate that. Just remember, everyone, Snyder Cut doesn't exist. Still doesn't exist. Oh man, damn, you came out of nowhere with that one. Yeah, that's just how these James Gunn cultists are. They still are in denial that we have the Snyder Cut after all these years. They are still salty about that. Can't wait when Zach announces return and the gun lovers have a meltdown. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, we're gonna be hearing something probably by late. I'm telling you right now, we're about to enter next month. We're literally a week away. At the time of this recording, this is like the last week of May, and on Monday, literally, yo, Monday is already the 1st June. Boom, that's it. We're already halfway through the year. Guess what? Summer's here, baby. And June and then July is with the deal. Woo, let's go, man. We are about to find out exactly what the deal is going to be with Paramount Skydance. That's it, baby. That's what we've been waiting for. Once that happens, that's it. Open the doors because it's over for James Gunn's DCU and it's time to go back to what was working with Zack Snyder, with Michael Bay. Oh, all these shows are having a meltdown big time. That is going to be insane. The sales happening for sure, for sure. That sales going through. You imagine the deals that they're working, the talks that they're probably talking behind the scenes. That's what I'm telling you. Zack Snyder posting that picture of Henry Cavill as Superman again. That's the money shot, baby. That's all I can say. That's the money shot. Like they know it. They know it. Like how do you not want to continue that? Knowing the fandom, man, knowing that it trends, it's crazy. It's really, really crazy. I was watching this interview real quick. There's an interview that came out with James Gunn. Dude is a clown. He says the most stupidest things. You could clearly see in that interview, James Gunn has no clue what he's doing. This dude is completely lost in his own DCU. Has no idea. And he knows it. And I'm like, this dude has no idea. You can clearly see it in that interview. He's trying to like excuse his mistakes. And then he tries throwing a diss at us saying, oh, the DCEU had a bunch of mistakes and he had to come in to fix them. Dude, you've made things worse than what they are. You're like our economy right now. Things are getting worse. And I'm not even involved in politics. I'm just telling you the reality of what's happening in the real world. And the real world with DC is that it's also a mess. So that tells you everything. All right, let's see. Guntar shows are gonna go into overboard with hate when DCU is restored. Yeah, big time. Doomsday is your number one comic book movie. You want to see? Nice. Yeah, yeah. I'm looking forward to that. That and Spider Man are the ones I'm really looking forward to. Mortal Kombat was all right, but I want to see what they're gonna do with the stupidity with Resident Evil and Street Fighter. Like, man, like I already know I'm gonna be pissed. I hope I'm not 28 years later pissed, but yeah. Bro, Disney bought Fox. Skydance will get WB. They've been digging their grave since Superman 279. Yeah. Oh man, WB needs to stay its own independent company with Abney and DeLuca as presidents, and of course Zack Snyder head of all things DC. Yeah, I think that's I think that's the plan. I think honestly we are going to see that that's probably the plan. Light skin, what's up? What's up? Nick, what's up? Skibbity toilet. I don't know nothing about Skibbity. I know Michael Bay's doing a movie on that. I have no idea what that's even about. What is a Skibbity? Honestly, I see that merchandise everywhere. I'm like, I just don't get it. Honestly, I just don't understand it. Um, One got out a post about Arrowverse about both Stephen Amell and Katie Cassidy are hopeful for an Arrowverse return. That would be cool. I'm telling you, once Skydance acquires WB, oh, they're gonna. Oh man, they know what's good. They know exactly. I'm telling you straight up. James Gunn was sent to destroy DC, and Paramount is going to straight up uncover the truth, and everything's gonna come out afloat. You're gonna see. I really can't wait for when we don't have to talk about James Gunn ever again. I'm so sick of him. Yeah, I agree with you, Brandon. I really agree with you. I can't wait. I really can't wait. Supergirl's gonna be the nail in the coffin for Flopverse. You know what? That's another nail in the coffin. Every single time, every movie that James Gunn has put out, starting with the Suicide Squad, that's just been a nail in the coffin every single time. It's just getting worse completely. I'm like, wow, like it's a mess. I'm going to see Masters of the Universe after you see Mortal Kombat 2 this weekend. Nice. You'll enjoy probably Mortal Kombat 2. I enjoyed it, you know. It's not the best, it's not the worst, but it's one of those like, hey, I watched it. Bro, GTA 6 got delayed again. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that it got delayed again. Tell me you're trolling. Please tell me you're trolling. But I would not be surprised, honestly. I know there was a rumor that they're saying that, but I don't know. At this point, I don't even know, honestly. Make Mega Man great again. Yes, thank you. I want to focus on the X series though, honestly. That's what I want to see with Mega Man. We need Mega Man X9 already. I've been waiting over 20 plus years. Just give me one proper ending before I lay to rest. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? I want to see that happen. One more and that's it. And then please bring Mega Man from the moon that he's still stuck in Mega Man Legends 2. It's like, yeah, if you know Mega Man, you know what I'm talking about. I still want to see Evil Wonder Woman pick you mentioned a few weeks back. You know what? I completely forgot about that. Let me put that to my notes because like I said, I tend to forget real quick. Let me add that right now as we speak. As we speak, I'm grabbing something to write with. I am going to get that picture and I will share it with y'all after this live stream. Let me write it big too. Put Wonder Woman pick for everyone. You'll see. I'll put that. I just made a note of that. You just heard. So I will put that for sure. At this point, I'm tired of James Gunn's name at the DC at DC. Yeah, I am tired of James Gunn. Every single time, it's always his buffoonery. Um, What'd be cool? Let's see. Louis Tang as Goku Dragon Ball Z live action movie reboot. Man, I don't even know honestly. Sean, I saw the other day, like probably like half of the movie of a Dragon Ball. I forgot which one it is. It's on Tubi. If anybody wants to watch that, it was a mess. I was like, wow, this was terrible. But it wasn't James Gunn terrible. I was like, damn, at least this was a little bit more enjoyable. It oh my god, I'm gonna have to do a poll on that. I'm gonna do a poll on that for sure. I fear Edison will decline my original superhero universe. You never know. You never know. Try to submit it and see what they say. It would be interesting. You make me want to submit mines, But if the price is right, then we're talking, because these studios like to take ideas and then they want to underpay. So look at what they did to these guys. I forgot from the TMNT. Can't remember their name right now. Laird and the other dude. There's a documentary on that for Netflix, and I was like, damn, like they spend that much but they're making this much. So yeah, it says a lot. Do you think what's happening with Supergirl will affect the rollout of Clayface? Oh, for sure, for sure. Hell yeah, no doubt about it. Everything that's been coming out has been affecting every production. The next one is getting affected by what the previous film has been putting out. Honestly, now they just announced the composer for I think Clayface, and it's the guy that made the music for Dune. That shit's still not gonna save Dune. I mean, it's still not gonna save Clayface. It's not. It's not. Clayface is going to do worse than Supergirl. I'm telling y'all because the interest is not there. People don't know that character. People don't care about that character, and if they're trying to do a horror movie, yeah, that shit's not gonna please everybody. You think parents are gonna be like, oh, let's go take our kids to go watch Clayface? Oh, what's Clayface? Is a horror movie? Nah, hell no, they're not. I'm telling you right now. That's what I'm telling you. Clayface is not going to, and it's funny to see how some people are saying, "Oh, Clayface is going to get people to come out because it's dark and it's rated R." Guess what else was dark and rated R? Joker 2. Oh, because they got the music composer from Dune. That shit don't matter. So what? He won an Academy Award. That still doesn't matter. You know why? Because who else they got for Joker 2? Ding, ding, ding. They got Lady Gaga. You think she brought in the numbers? Hell no. Not even Lady Gaga and her whatever her fans she called. I forgot what they're called. But they didn't show up. So what does that tell you? Joker 2, remember I told you I was like, that shit's a musical. And people were like, that ain't gonna be a musical. You're gonna see that movie's gonna make money, this and that. And guess what happened? That movie tanked. It did worse than the first one. Big time. Big time. That's what awaits the next productions, So nothing's gonna do good, honestly. I hope Clayface gets scrapped. I can only imagine the literally pun intended the shitty popcorn buckets because I just saw a little popcorn. Imagine the shitty buckets for Clayface, a whole clump of brown slop. Just hell no. I can. Oh my god, that's gonna be terrible. Honestly, Gun stole Clayface from Mike Flanagan and the DCU. Yep, he even says it on that interview. He doesn't actually say that, but he says, "Oh, that his friend, quote unquote friend, that he stole the idea, Mike Flanagan." So yeah, that tells you a lot. The 4KO is obsessed with Captain America 4 movie. I respect him and his opinion for liking the movie. However, I didn't enjoy watching that. It was one of your worst movies of 2025. Hey, I mean, everybody's entitled to like what they like, you know? If he likes it, more power to him. You know, if you don't like it, more power to you too. So that's what we do as fans. We're going to agree and disagree. And it's okay, you know? The James Gunn cultists don't know how to do that. That's the difference. We're mature, we're serious, and we respect each other about it. These James Gunn cultists, they don't know what that means. Honestly, it's a complete mess. You will for sure. Okay, all right. Let's see. It's not hard to write a Blade movie. They literally are making it difficult completely. Blade should have been made. Yeah, big time. Damn, I think I'm really backed up with the comments. Let me actually try. Hold on. Let me speed it up. Okay, okay. I'm not that backed up. Let me try to go back a little bit. I'm trying to catch up with y'all, so just be patient with me, please. We need a what is it? We need a Steel movie. Hold on. All right, you talk about we need a Steel movie. Not sure on what that's about. Yeah, Steel movie would be awesome. Not sure about that. I'm thinking about Real Steel, the one with what's his name, the dude that plays Wolverine, that robot movie. That movie was pretty good. I like it. I actually have that on my what do you call it collection. Last night you read that Guntards would leave Hank the dog to die in Man of Steel during Jonathan's sacrifice scene. That's just what they are, honestly. Austin, what up? What up? Greatest is almost upon us. Hello everyone. Appreciate you for tuning in, Lieutenant. Thank you for being here. Have you played any Transformers video games like War for Cybertron or Revenge of the Fallen? Yeah, I have all of them. I literally have all of them on PS3 and PS4. The only one I don't have, just because that game got boring for me, is the Devastation. I think. Yeah, there was a part I kept getting stuck, and I was like, "Yeah, screw this game." I took it to GameStop. They probably gave me $1 for it. So yeah, that's what it is. I'm joking, but I did trade it years ago. I didn't like that game. But War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron, love those games, and the other one too. I do have all the Bayverse movies. I mean Bayverse games on I think it's PS3, and the other one that's on PS4 I think is a Rise of the Dark Spark or something. That one's pretty fun too. So yeah, I got them all except Devastation. Remember, Skydance is the new owner of Paramount and cleaning house. They are not keeping Gunn as CEO. Maybe a writer, director, but not a CEO. True. Yeah, he's not gonna be in power anymore. DCU had no mistakes. Gunn is all mistakes. Yep, that's who Gunn is. I want Arrowverse back. They made the character so human and brought so much depth and emotion. Yep, big time. I know it had a fan base. It really did. I remember seeing like probably two episodes, two or three. And when they brought in Deathstroke, I was like, hell yeah! I actually have that figure in my collection. Pretty cool design. Gun DCU has way too much nails at this point. Yeah, big time. Um, a Green Arrow movie would be cool in the Snyderverse. Who would you fan cast? Honestly, I don't even know at this point. Just because one Arrow's not one of those characters that I'm really like familiar with. Hell, I'm not even familiar with Arrow, so yeah, I wouldn't even know honestly. It got delayed until November 18, 2026. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see the. I know in November it's coming out. Stone Cold Steve Austin as Green Arrow. Give me a hell yeah. Why hasn't Gunn said anything about the Snyder rumors or him not may not be in Paramount anymore? He usually goes online debunking stay. He knows it's true. Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's what James Gunn's just trying to like run around, literally force his DCU so people could be like, hey, that's what people are really eating, but in reality, it's not. Clayface will be scrapped. I hope so. Gunn knows he's out big time. Mike Flanagan wrote Basil Carlo period piece during what period horror film for the DCU. Gunn stole it and rewrote it. There he goes. That's James Gunn. That's who he is. Gunn Suicide Squad was rated and flopped at theaters. That was the worst one out of all of them. Imagine that. The first that would have been a first and last for me if I was in power at WB. I would have been like, yeah, that's a first and last. You literally cost us and you didn't make us money back. Yeah, big time. Clayface popcorn bucket. You imagine that? Yeah. Let the straight up the turds will just be piling up. Honestly, imagine Clayface being marketed by KFC, red beans and rice. Oh man, here we go again with the food like last time. Man, the last live stream with the food we got out of hand, man. But that shit was funny though. That shit was really funny. Um Steel John Henry Irons movie would be cool, would be fire. Steel's a Superman character with a hammer. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that metal looking Superman. Oh, okay. I wasn't thinking honestly. Typo fix at this point. James Gunn has to go away from DC big time. I want Real Steel 2. I love the first one. Yeah, Real Steel was actually good. I like that movie. Thinking about that, I think I gotta watch that again. It's been a while. Yeah, Gun is out 100%. Ratchet melted down. Optimus Valid crash out. G1 Cultist. Bay Optimus is a cycle. They always, that's the only thing. Funny how these, nothing, again, nothing against the G1 fans, but like I say, G Winers. Um, the only reason why I say that is because not everything has to be G1. Literally, not Transformers is, it wasn't solely created on G1, revolves around G1, and it's always been G1. No, honestly, let's be real. And when you hear, the fans say like, oh, with the when they try to make fun of the Snyderverse, and they always use the same three jokes: the Martha scene, the Kal-El, and there's one more that I can't remember that is so played out. And I'm like, that's it. That's all you could think of. There's nothing else, right? And then the Transformers fan, they do the same thing. Oh, Bay Optimus is a psycho. I love that. I don't care that Bay's Optimus is a psycho. I like that. He's supposed to be. I don't care. He's kicking ass against these, villains, and that's what he needs to do. Deathstroke or Arrowverse needs a spin-off show. That would be cool. Yeah, if you were in charge, you would let Zach finish his DCU before you let James Gunn reboot. Yeah, that's what he should have done, honestly. Let's see. You recently nicknamed Wonder Woman your Honey Bunny. Man of culture again, I see. I would transfer Clayface to the DCU if you were in charge of DC. Yeah, but I don't know, man. Clayface just seems like one of those characters. Is like, why are we even getting? Like, are we really doing? Why are we even doing anything with Clayface? First of all, honestly, Vegeta, how's your comic going? I'm working on it, slowly but surely. I'm working on it, so I have been adding more. And once more stuff is ready to go, I'll show y'all stuff. I'm actually that picture that I showed y'all the other day at the beginning of the live stream. I'm actually gonna put that one and do the ink and add some colors and stuff like that just to add a little bit more to it and stuff. So pretty soon y'all gonna see at the opening, because every single video that I put, I always announce my issue and stuff like that. Issue 3 is finally in development, so I am working on that. 6 piece 6 piece wings with Clayface beans and rice. Damn. Does it come with a roll? And I don't mean bread. I mean a TP roll. Everything evolved comics, movies, times, etc. Yeah, big time. Man of Steel is your personal favorite live action Superman because besides Superman 1 and 2 with Christopher Reeves. Yeah. Man of Steel made me a Superman fan, so that tells you everything. I don't have a connection to G1. I grew up on the Bayverse films. There you go. Again, nothing against G1. I'm a G1 fan, but till this day I still haven't even seen the cartoon Transformers movie. I collect toys, that's it. But I'm like, I just don't care about it, honestly. Now give me another Michael Bay movie, then we're talking. It's just my interest when it comes to that. Do you still have your PS2? Yeah, I still got my PS2. That's the one that I told you I got the slim one. So yeah, that's where I be playing my PS1, PS2 games. You still want to see that evil Wonder Woman concept art? Oh, I will. I have it right here. It's right in front of me. The reminder. So once I'm done with the live stream, then I'll share with you on stuff like that. Man of Steel, Don't Save Me, Son. Yeah, that's another one too that people love to make fun of. I'm like, yeah, like it's already played out. You've been playing Lego Batman. There are a lot of Snyderverse jobs and jokes. James Gunn's influence. There you go. That's James Gunn. Let me see. Hold on, cause all right. I'm just trying to see because for some reason this thing just I guess like moved me all the way down to the comments. Let me go to here. Batman versus Superman save Martha. Why did you say that name? Yeah, it's always the same joke. Clayface horror movie. You're excited for the real version written and directed by Mike Flanagan to set in the DCEU. It could happen. Zack Snyder's Justice League. Kal-El, no. Before Man of Steel, Soups for you was boring. Man of Steel it made it interesting. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you. Same with me. For me, I didn't care about Superman until Man of Steel. Michael Bay for Fast and Furious. Oh yeah, that would be dope. That would be dope. Talking about Fast and Furious, I know I've said this silliness before, but I would love to see if not Paramount, Universal, because Universal is the one that owns the rights for Fast and the Furious. I would love to see, literally, this is gonna be a really weird, crazy crossover, but I would love to see it happen, like in another dimension or whatever. The Fast and the Furious crossing over with Jurassic World. At this point, fuck it, no holds barred. Just go ham with that. Like that shit would be crazy. You imagine Dom riding in the Charger. and right next to him a raptor hauling ass, and on top of that, one of the Fast and the Furious guys just riding him, and just like racing and just trying to like save shit from blowing up. That would be completely another one riding a pterodactyl. Yo, that shit would be fun, stupid fun. But I could guarantee you that shit would make money. As stupid as it sounds, that would make money, honestly. Universal, the idea is there, man. Like, go ahead. Man, I've been saying that for a while. Like, I've made I've made videos of that a while ago, but I think I'm gonna have to do that again because I don't know. I just see them together that they can coexist. Um, Hate's going to hate. Yep, always. Bait for a Terminator film. That would be nice. I would love to see that too. Can you imagine a GoFundMe for Man of Tomorrow, a James Gunn passion project? Oh man, on eBay, War for Cybertron's over $100. Damn, that's nuts. That is insane. Michael Bay for Deathstroke movie. Yeah, that would be cool. I would love to see that. I'm basically saying that I don't believe Man of Tomorrow is happening. Again, they could film it, they could do it, but at the end, tax write off, baby. They could just be like tax write off, save us some money. Do your 2026 taxes with with the DCU write off, so that could happen. Man of Tomorrow's title for Henry's DCU film. Gunn tried to steal it. It'll be restored. Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's what James Gunn does. Man of Tomorrow, Gunn will never be made. Hopefully it doesn't come out by the time Paramount takes over. Do you have any criticism of the Bayverse films? Yeah, I do. When I watch them, I tend to remember. Right now, I can't remember from the top of my head. Um, I don't know, but there is some parts that are kind of stupid where I'm like, yeah, I would have never put that. Oh, one that I think of is with the dude when they pull his pants down and Megan Fox is like trying to like threaten him and stuff, and then the guy, I forgot, Simmons, I think, and then dudes in his underwear or his boxers, and I was like, come on, that's stupid. Like, why y'all gonna do that? Like dumb shit like that. I'm like, I get you trying to add comedy, but come on, that's completely like stupid. Like even I'm like, yo, that shit's dumb. The part with Mojo, the little dog, I was like, there were some parts that I was like, it's stupid, but I'm like, I get the comedy part. Um, I guess I would have just been like toned down the comedy a little bit more, make it much more action and fast paced in the sense of more action. The Last Night is just completely that movie. It's a mess, honestly, but it still has its good. Um, I even tried watching the '90s cartoon at the first episode, and you turned it off after 10 minutes. Again, too boring. Yeah, it's not for everybody. John, what's up? What's up? Let's see. Gotham Knight, what up? What up? Man of Tomorrow will get its budget cut. Millie Alcock ruined her own movie. Yeah, we thank her for that. We thank her. Thank you, Millie Alcock, for making it easier for us. I'm telling you, this is straight up like beating the boss on what do you call it? On with the cheat codes on. Honestly. If WB is not confident in their own product under James Gunn's leadership in Supergirl, do you really think those investors and shareholders are interested in gambling their money on Man of Tomorrow? Yeah, yeah. That's why you're seeing that it gets cheaper and cheaper. Probably more investors are finally realizing and saying, "Yeah, I'm not gonna be like." Let's say if they were asking for like probably like 100,000, you know, I'm just exaggerating. I don't know how many numbers did they probably like, oh, how many you have to put each? Oh, probably I don't know, probably minimum of 25,000 per person, to add up to whatever budget that they're trying to reach. Let's say minimum of 175 or 200 million, that money adds up. Probably the shareholders are like, yo, I'm not gonna give you 25,000, but I could give you like 15,000 or 12,000. You get what I'm saying? So depending what they put, that's what they get back and stuff at the box office. So it's a gamble. That's just what it is. And it's like I say, they're probably just playing with our money that we have in the bank. That's just me. I'm just speculating. Or am I? In that case, you want Cadillacs and dinosaurs? Hell yeah! I would love to see that Cadillac and dinosaurs, big time. Especially with that music, that hardcore rock. Hell yeah! Lanterns look like a buddy cop series instead of a DC program. Big time. Um, Yo, you have me picturing in that mind now that would be a wild crossover, Fast and the Furious with Jurassic World. Y'all can imagine that. Picture it. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. This is how I would go about on that shit. Universal, you want to make some money? Call me up, yo. Shoot, I'll do the what do you call it? Damn, what is it when you offer them something? Shit, I can't remember the name right now. My mind is blank. The pilot. Shit, I'm gonna give y'all a glimpse of what's in my mind right now. I'll start it off like this. You see from a distance, volcanoes, you see the smoke, you see the pterodactyls flying, and then all of a sudden you see on the floor the footprint of a dinosaur, whatever dinosaur. And it'll be like a little like playing a homage to Steven Spielberg's The Lost World when you see the T-Rex and then you see the water. and then you just see the footstep with the water in it, all muddy, and you just see it like trembling, and you're like, "Yo, what's up?" All of a sudden, the camera just pans, and it's hauling ass like through the jungle, and you just see a raptor hauling ass, and you just hear the raptor going through. You see the eye, you see the mouth, you just see him running, you see the feet, the claws, all that stuff going through a jungle. It shows you the point of view of the animal going through the grass, and then it just jumps like literally from like a mountain waterfall, if you want to say. All of a sudden, from there, the camera just pans to the bottom, and you just hear an engine just coming, just hauling ass. And all of a sudden, you see the camera panning to a wheel. You see from the wheel going up slowly as it pans to the engine, and you see that that's Dom's car. And as he's coming, he's hauling ass. Right behind him, you have the whole team of the Fast and the Furious with big ass trucks and freaking crazy vehicles that go in the jungle. Right, all of a sudden the camera just pans. You see a helicopter. They're talking among each other, and they're just like, "Yo, radio one, radio one." Just communicate. Hey, Don, what's going on? What's the scene down there? He's like, "Yo, we all stay together because this is a dangerous mission." You see Jason Statham. You see The Rock. You see all these characters, right? All of them just hauling ass through the jungle, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you just see a freaking roar. Ah, the T Rex just busted out, and you see like the fences from Jurassic Park and the old stuff that's just literally torn down, and for some whatever random reason they're there on an island, and they're literally interacting with these dinosaurs. They're trying to catch them and stuff like that. You imagine that shit, and all of a sudden the car just swerves, rolls over, boom, blows up. You're like, what? Damn, they went out. Nah, that dude's now in the other car on the helicopter. He just magically appeared, and all of a sudden he has this freaking RPG. He's shooting it, but it's really a tranquilizer to capture the sample from whatever dinosaur they're after, and it just starts boom, Fast and the Furious crossing over with Jurassic World. That would be nuts, right? That, I'm telling you right now, that shit would make money, honestly. Millie Alcock said Supergirl's crap. Yep. At Chino Oreo, when is it? Hershiers opens the Chevy dealership today. Okay. Um can't wait to see the Guntars cry. I believe it. Yep. Let's see. Lantern show still sucks. Yeah, I'm not watching that crap. Matt Tomorrow may or may not come out, but I can tell you one thing: that Gun's last major project. Yeah, for sure. That's gonna be the last thing. He's trying to build excitement. Nobody's excited for that trash. They can just straight up put it to streaming too, and then again, nobody's gonna watch that. Really not surprised Millie dissed her own character. She's doing a great job screwing herself over. Yep, that's what she's doing. Doesn't Supergirl exist in Zack Snyder's verse because wasn't it empty pod that had a Kryptonian in it? Yeah, yeah, there was. We never saw his Superman, but she's there, and I mean at this point I think Sasha Kai, unless she's another Supergirl, I'm not sure. But yeah, we never saw the Supergirl that Zack was going to give us. I hear you on G1. You grew up on G1 in the movie, but that only makes me like the Bayverse more. Yeah, I agree with you. I still haven't seen the cartoons. Maybe one day, probably this year might be the year. So, I mean, I don't know. Man of Tomorrow would be worse than Supergirl. I mean, Superman Gunn wrote the script so fast. I bet it's a first draft, probably. Supergirl's in the DCEU. Sasha Kai is DCEU Supergirl. Yeah, yep. DCU to a CW project. Oh yeah, Gunn has reduced his DCU to CW project. Even CW had a much larger budget, so they did much more things with what they had and stuff. Cheap cosplay crap is what Flopverse looks like on the 2000 cells phone. Yeah, you know what? I've seen cosplayers do better work than what James Gunn has been putting. That's actually a brilliant idea. Oh, the Jurassic World crossing over with the Fast Saga. Yeah, that would be nuts, honestly. Calvin, you're a colorful bunch. Justice cringe. 5 minutes later, wrecked. I believe Fast and Furious Transformers would be awesome. Yeah, that would be, but they're two different IPs. Uh, Transformers is Paramount, and Universal is the Fast and the Furious. That would be cool though. I would love to see that though. I mean, the money is right. They probably would do it. So yeah, that would be nuts to see that happen. That's absolutely brilliant. Imagine and I can also imagine Tyrese character Roman saying something hilarious while fighting the dinosaurs. Yeah, yeah, like I'm telling you, man. I think at this point they want to do stupid fun movies. That would be it. Like just do it. And see what comes from it. That would be completely. I think it would be fun, and most of all, it will make some money for them because it's never been done. She does realize she just killed whatever chance of Supergirl making serious money. Yeah, good. More power to her. Let her keep doing it. So they can blame us. You know how it is. Oh man, didn't want to watch my movie. No, what you said, nobody wanted to watch it. They're literally begging people to watch Supergirl. It's honestly pathetic. I agree with you, Austin. They really are. Zach was going to give us a Supergirl, or The Rock was either way gonna kill it. Yeah, yeah. Watch Transformers Prime, mate. I gotta check that out. Then I have to check it out. Where can I see it? Transformers Prime. What would that be? Like on Amazon or something? A Dino Crisis movie with The Rock. Oh, that would be amazing to see a Dino Crisis. That would be dope. But Capcom is man. I think at this point they cannot make a comeback because Dino Crisis 3 ruined the brand for good. Like literally, you don't believe me? Dino Crisis 3 is what ruined that franchise. Like till this day, you know. And I think I'm not sure if I know that was an Xbox exclusive. So yeah, that's how bad it was. And I think that's what's preventing a remake, honestly. Zach said the empty pot in Man of Steel is what is it? Is Supergirl. Zack Snyder did a Man of Steel prequel comic with Supergirl. Oh, okay. Oh, so that's where we can see it. Okay, cool. I think you might have seen Transformers Prime. Let's see. She 100% helped to flop Supergirl even harder. Yeah. Gunn couldn't get anyone to love Supergirl in his piss poor screening on IMAX. Nah, nobody cares about it. I'm still waiting for James Gunn's skin at Fortnite. Hell no. Momoa will likely want to return to the Snyderverse because surely by now he's seeing that there's no future in James Gunn's DCU. Yeah, I think Lobo's gonna be a one-hit wonder, and that's it. It's not even gonna make it past that, honestly. Yeah, I don't think even that's gonna help the movie. Gunn's Supergirl is a ripoff of Guardians of the Galaxy. He said that that's exactly what he was trying to go for. Momoa knows Supergirl is a flop. If only Millie kept her mouth shut, she had to have an opinion to piss off every actress that has played Supergirl. That's what they push, though. They love pushing those agendas. A Jurassic World and Fast and Furious would be fun animated movie. Yeah, even animated would be fun. Like it doesn't have to be like live action. It can also be a cartoon. You know that would be fun, honestly. I do believe Sonic 4's voiceovers are starting recording this week. You believe Sonic 4 is gonna be amazing. Oh yeah, all these Sonic movies have been making money and they've been doing good with it. So yeah, I know the next one's gonna be good too. Millie said white Christian males were not her target to see her movie. Well, she literally she's closing the door on her own casket. So we'll leave it at that. Every prior Supergirl actress are golden. Millie's a joke. Yep. Yep. Millie is idiotic and exists, and she's a racist. Millie Alcock took the route Rachel Zegler and Simu Lee took. Yeah. I mean, Rachel pretty much dug her own hole. So, yeah. YouTube, all 3 seasons are up on Transformer channel. Okay, cool. That's also a mix between G1 and Bayverse. Oh, okay. Now you got my attention. Damn. Transformers Prime. Let me actually put this on my notes to do. TF Prime. And that's on YouTube. All right, I'm gonna check that out for sure too. Hell yeah! Now you got my attention. If it's a mix between that, then I'm watching it for sure. Let's see. Empty Pot and Man of Steel is not a Supergirl. Zach said. Said it's something else. Oh, okay. Let's see. It's been 20 years old. Dino Crisis. I think it's time for a reboot. Yeah, but I think Dino Crisis 3, like I said, it just haunts them till this day. There's no going back and saying, "Hey, how do we justify this mess?" They can't. I think they should just leave it extinct for good. Honestly, just leave it as is and don't even bother with it. Millie Supergirl is crap. Laura Smallville Supergirl wants a word with that bitch. Dance off, bro. Dance off. That's exactly what they're gonna do. I wouldn't be surprised. Apparently, I was reading a rumor. No, was it? I think I saw a video and Millie Alcott said too something. Oh, that's what it is. The rating for Supergirl is PG-13 because it's gonna have, of course, violence. I think they're gonna do a lot of reference to alcohol and smoking. And there's something else too. I don't remember what. And I was like, huh, that says everything. So, yeah, I'm telling you, this movie's going to tank. Zach was gonna make Zeus and Atlanteans from the U-Axis scene Kryptonians. Yeah, I remember reading that. Let's see. Okay, you're a Christian male. What about you? It apparently it's not catered for us, so that's what it is. It's official, boys. Cole, hold on. Cold Stone teams up with Supergirl. Yeah, I saw the shitty marketing that they're doing. KFC. I'm not even gonna give them all free advertisement, but yeah, it's looking bad. It's really looking bad. They're trying to go after where people are really at, which is restaurants and food products. Um, yeah, this is what it's come down to, honestly. This is bad. Extreme Dinosaurs movie we need. Not familiar with that, but it sounds interesting. Supergirl's rated PG-13 for immaturity and cringe. David Zaslav, smile and wave. Doesn't care about gun future. Nope, he doesn't care about it. Honestly, I think this is the end of the road, and I think James Gunn knows it. You know, he's probably in here watching with probably his fake account. What's up, James Gunn? We know you're in here watching. Probably gonna come across this, or probably one of your informants gonna send it back to you. But yeah, we know, and you know that it's over for you as a head of DC Studios. And hey, you had one job, and you ruined it. You had several chances, and you ruined that too. Make it make sense. Completely a letdown. You know, it's like, wow, can't believe that that's exactly what you did, but you did it. So we thank you for that. You just made it easier for us. They're sending Supergirl gift boxes to influencers. Where's my box? I don't want that crap. Trust me. Let's see. I bet Clayface popcorn bucket will look like shit. Literally, yeah, bunch of turds piled up, and yeah, probably the real chunky ones with extra peanuts on it and corn. Oh man, Gun, if you're watching, let this be a lesson to you. Don't ignore consumer interest, pal. Gun doesn't care. James Gunn does not care. That dude does not care. He watches, he listens, and he still doesn't care. That's just who he is. Um, he could have had both universes together, but Gunn didn't. Yeah, exactly. That's what we were saying. James Gunn could have literally brought both of both worlds. What you're ending, what you moving away from, what you're gonna reboot, and then move forward with your new universe and do whatever you want. And we wouldn't be in this situation. You wanted us to stop talking about. Look, let's be real. WB, all these fake fans, especially these James Gunn cultists. You really want us to stop talking about the Snyderverse? Easy. Give us Justice League 2 and 3. Give us Man of Steel 2. Give us a Ben Affleck standalone feature movie. And David Ayer Suicide Squad. Give us that and we'll move on. But since you keep on refusing, we keep on fighting. And therefore, just like Darkseid said, we will stop at nothing. And we haven't stopped. Because what at DC with James Gunn has made $1 billion. And I will continue to wait. Because there is nothing with James Gunn. That's real talk. That is real talk. And they know it. Gunn knows it's over, and he calls channels who disagree with him are jobless trolls with nothing to do, with nothing better to do. Well, apparently, I'm a jobless troll with nothing to do. So, oh, James Gunn every single time just cracks me up. James Gunn should be a comedian, honestly. He's like straight up. I mean, he's already a clown, like. Yo, James Gunn, have you ever tried probably following the circus? I mean, probably that's you have a future there. James Gunn, if you're watching, no one gives a fuck about you. Straight up, nobody. Imagine Supergirl being marketed by Five Guys. Wow, you imagine that? Dang, come get your grub on. Damn, that sounds like a marketing idea. Damn, imagine that. Yeah, I even saw that Ulta Beauty teams up with Supergirl. And yeah, they're trying so hard. They are really trying to go after the women. The women. They're trying to go after the women to go watch Supergirl. Because us men, we don't like women. That's what they say. Jokes on them. Oh man, this is gonna be fun. I can't wait. Oh, those shitty tickets go on sale that they've been delayed to June 3rd. Guess what? Those tickets are still not going to move. Don't be surprised if they push the date on that again. Gunn had way too much chances to make it right. It's too late now. Yeah, it's way too late now at this point. Um, Gunn is a no talent narcissist loser who thinks he has talent. Yeah, he loves to steal ideas. You want an ever growing DCEU? Yeah, we'll get it. We're gonna get it soon. Gunn, if you're watching, I told you it was a mistake to screw with the Snyder fans, but no, he swooshed me away like a damn puppy. How you see, but how you see blacks? I'm not sure. I don't get that. But yeah, that's what pretty much what he did. James Gunn just straight up did what he did. So again, he knows it. Don't forget Batman Forever cut. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Guess I'm a jobless troll. Oh man, I mean, this is my job to come out here and do this. I've made it into my full time job. So thank you, James Gunn. Wink. I want Schumacher Batman Forever cut. Yeah, we're gonna get that for sure, big time. Yeah, I guess we're all jobless trolls too. You know, I mean, that's what it is. You know. Thank you, James Gunn. Thank you. I'm a die-hard Supergirl fan. This crap is insulting to you. Yeah. You're so funny, man. I try, man. I try. Probably I should team up with James Gunn and join the circus too, because unlike James Gunn, I need my little clown nose. Honk honk. If other streamers are jobless, what are the ones you agree with then, James? Should think before he talks. James apparently doesn't know how to think before he talks. He's like a joker. He's like a dog chasing cars. He wouldn't know what to do. He caught one. Straight up. Oh man, this is hilarious. Gunn, Saffron, and Reeves gotta go. Yeah, at this point, David Zaslav, he's done. He got his money. Um, Reeves is gonna have to be out. There's not gonna be a Batman 3, honestly, and the Batman Part 2, we'll see. It could still happen, but it could go straight to streaming also. You know, and if they really want to save money, just put that straight to streaming, honestly, or do a tax write off. That's it. You know, because once Zack Snyder's back, that's it. That's what everybody's gonna keep on demanding and asking for. You have planned videos about DC coming soon. The only thing I care about from the Supergirl movie is seeing Lobo. We're gonna see. I'm sure that the Lobo scene is probably gonna leak 2 days before it actually comes out. So yeah, um, stay updated to the internet because everything always finds its way to the internet. The jobless ones are the are the two CSO. Oh, Lobo looks like cheap cosplay crap, man. I think that's an insult to cosplay. I've seen cosplayers do a real hell of a good job, you know, with when it comes to making costumes and stuff. But James Gunn, dude has a budget, and like capital WTF. Imagine Gunn pulling out his hair after hearing uh of the Flush director's cut or Snyder retconning it. Yeah, he would lose his mind. He would straight up. Oh man, I can only imagine. James Gunn for a DLC character in Mortal Kombat game. I see why. I see why. Finish him. When the 420, I mean, when the 2023 DCU films are restored, Gunn will have a fit. Yeah, big time, big time. Yes, yes, da 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 da. Yes, yes, Gunn and Saffron. that's that's exactly what it is. Oh man, these clowns! I'm telling you, man. I could picture it. I could picture it. Look, let's be serious for a moment. As things keep moving forward, let me just take a sip of water. Give me one second. As things continue to move forward, we're starting to see the pieces of the puzzle falling apart, and this is straight up dominoes effect. We're already seeing that David Zaslav is quiet, so he has his, you know, he got his money. He doesn't care. Next three are going to be, of course, Peter Safran. I mean, Peter Safran's contract was supposed to end, and it got also renewed last year, the same like James Gunn. But that's all courtesy of David Zaslav, and we already know that once Paramount takes over, that they are getting David Zaslav off the board. So that's even better for us because that 100% tells you that James Gunn is not going to be there, and he even knows it. Because if James Gunn was safe, he would have been debunking. He would have been like, "Oh, we're gonna be doing this and that and that." Don't be surprised if now after this stream you start seeing James Gunn announce randomly all this shit because that just shows you that yeah, he was probably watching or somebody told him, "Hey, look, you know, you should do this." But we already know the writing is on the wall. James Gunn as DCU's what is the CEO? That's a wrap. You know that's a wrap, and he knows it. So you know it's just a matter of time. Batgirl movie, hopefully it returns even on HBO Max. I think that that's what's gonna happen. Supergirl will leak on. Yeah, for sure it's gonna leak. Batgirl DCU films need to get remade from ground up. We don't know. We haven't seen it yet, so I would love to see what's in there. Honestly, I'm curious. Have you heard about the new movie called Avatar: Aang, the Last Airbender, supposed to come out in October? Super excited for it. No, I haven't. I did see the one that they have on Netflix. That one was pretty cool. The live action, that was pretty dope. I did like that show. From the Last Airbender. You finally caught that Liu Kang, King, what is it, Kung Lao fight, and it wasn't bad at all. You enjoy the whole movie of Liu Kang fighting his way through those characters. Yeah, yeah, I told you it was all right. The fights and all that stuff, it was good, but it's just the message that it had that I was like, yeah, I'm just not too fond of it. That I was like, man, screw this movie, honestly. Notice how most of the projects are old, not new, just add-ons. Yeah, exactly. James Gunn is straight up panicking. He knows it, and the writing is on the wall. Like I said, like it's clear. It's he knows that it's not gonna go far. He knows that his DCU is coming to an end. Batgirl is based on Hamada ending of the Flash. Yeah, yeah, that is true. But again, we haven't seen it, so I'm curious to see what's on there. I mean, if James Gunn found it a threat in the sense of that it's gonna compete against his DCU, that says a lot. Now I'm even more curious because it's like James Gunn, what are you scared about Batgirl? Because James Gunn said it. He's like, oh, I didn't want it to give a false hope leading to something that wasn't gonna happen. No, let me rephrase that. You just didn't want more of the Snyderverse in DCEU because you know more people will be demanding more for that instead of what you're gonna be putting out. Say it how it is. Say it how it is. That's why. So James Gunn probably told David Zaslav, yo, this can't see the daylight because then people are going to be asking more. Yeah, Michael Keaton was involved. You have Ben Affleck, he was involved. And this is Batgirl. What is it setting up? We don't know. We don't know how this ties in and what it opens and connects. That's why I'm even more curious to see, what is James Gunn a little shaking about when it comes to this? Competition is always good, but we know how James Gunn is. He doesn't like competition, but we'll see it. James Gunn, will you prefer a blue pen or black to sign your resignation papers? Oh, hilarious. Master of the Universe will do better than Mandalorian and Baby Yoda. That's what I call it. Because the recent movies, what you saw was completely cheeks. I don't know. I keep hearing mixed reviews. Some people like it, some people don't. I don't know. To each their own. Every day Paramount is getting closer to the deal with WB, and it's game over. DCU garbage. Yeah, yeah, big time. Batgirl full info was leaked fully, and it sounds horrid. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if I read some of it or whatever it was, but yeah, it sounds pretty bad. Don't like, don't like Bane voice. In Bane voice, I'm a necessity evil. How is it? I'm a necessity evil. Shitty Bane, I'm telling you, man, that shit cracks me up. Nobody cared about the mask when I wore it. Like I can't. I just can't stand that Bane, man. Damn, I can't stand him, man. Oh my god. Tom Hardy as Bane, man, I just couldn't. I just couldn't honestly. I was like, damn, dude. And when the little vents are on his thing broken, and he's looking at Batman, I think it's when they're in the bank scene or something, and then Talia comes out of nowhere, and he's trying to put his own little things to breathe, that little apparatus or whatever. I was like, come on, man. Come on, man. That ain't Bane. Like, no, man. I was like, come on. James Gunn doesn't like Keaton's Batman. Nope, he doesn't. He does not. James Gunn can stand how much we would love the four DCU films of 20, was it 29, 23? That's why he botched them and cut out cool DCU connections. Yeah, yeah, he couldn't stand that more people were going to be asking for it. And look at where we are right now, still asking for it. Man, I don't want to see the guns Batman would look like. Nah, I don't even think we're gonna see honestly what that's gonna look like. I don't think we're gonna make it that far. James Gunn hates Burton and Nolan because he's jealous as usual. Gunn would make Batman comedic and cornball. Yep, Batmite. He's always talking about Batmite. Brandon Fraser was also going to be in Batgirl movie. Yeah, there's clips out there. I saw him as Firefly, and I like it honestly. Like you could tell it was a cheaper budget. But I like what I was seeing. I was like, damn, probably that was gonna be his first suit before he actually gets the real suit of what you call it, of Firefly. But for what they put out, I was like, all right, that I like where this is going. So it's like the beginning of Firefly. Gotham Knight, you read his comments. He's super jealous. Background, The Flash. Film both confirmed James Gunn's dislike for Keaton's Batman. True. Batman and Robin, Bane was peak. Yeah, at least I mean they made him moronic, but at least he was still a badass, honestly. The Mummy 4 is getting made soon. Yeah, I can't wait for that. That should be interesting. James Gunn hating on Burton because Burton knows how to make dark quality films. Yep, that's just what it is. Hardy's Bane was hilarious. Every time I get a laugh out of it. And I know there's a video out there from it's old, it's not new. From I think it's College Humor, and they make fun of that Bane with the Dark Knight. It's hilarious. If you guys haven't seen it, check it out. That's like real old YouTube. But I think it was during when the movie came out and stuff like that. So yeah, it was pretty hilarious. Mummy 4, let's go. James Gunn's one trick pony. That's all he does. Batman and Robin, gun lovers. Enough said. There's a drawing you're working on where the Wolfman with Momo from My Hero Academia. Oh, nice, nice. When you post it up, tag me on it. I would like to see it. Do you like RoboCop 3? I don't even recall. I remember seeing it, but it's been so long. I don't even remember at this point, honestly. I don't disagree on the Batman not getting a part three, which explains why female Two Face idea got rid of in the new storyline. Yeah, could be. I mean, we're gonna see what's gonna happen though. Poop jokes. That's just what James Gunn does. On a scale 1 to 10, how do you rank the Flash movie? The Flash movie 1 to 10. I'll be honest with you. If you want to compare that with Superman, I think at this point Superman, I straight up rated like probably like a 4, and the Flash, I think at this point, I think I want to give. Just being honest, I think I give the Flash a good solid 7. Um, for when you compare both of them, both of those movies were a joke. But I think the Flash was a little bit more serious compared to Superman 2025, and that tells you a lot, you know. I gave James Gunn a chance with Superman. I saw that trash. I knew it was gonna be bad, but not that bad. I was like, damn, this is even worse than what I expect. That's why I'm not gonna be wasting my money, my time, my gas, expensive ass gas. I am not wasting my gas. Not even like 5 minute drive down the street to go see Supergirl. Hell no, I'm not gonna be watching that. Yeah, I'll probably be doing a live stream or doing something much more important. Matt Reeves didn't even write Batman 2022. He took credit for Matt Tomlinson's script. That's what they do. All they do is just take credit from somebody else. Johnny Depp is back as Captain Jack Sparrow in Pirates 6. Good for him. What do you think about the RoboCop series coming to Amazon? Um, I mean, Amazon they can cook, so we got to see what they're gonna do with it. Hopefully, it's not bad, but yeah, we'll see. The one that does worry me, I'll be honest with you, is the Dread, the new. I think it's a series with what's his name, with Kiki, with Titi, with whatever his name is. The dude from Thor: Love and Thunder, that director. They're actually moving forward with that. So yeah, I know that's gonna be straight up flop. Like that shit's gonna be terrible. They're gonna probably make RoboCop. I mean, Dread, do a bunch of stupid jokes and dumb shit. Wait until the real version of the Flash gets released. It'll be fire. Yeah, big time. For sure. And the Wolfman has always been your favorite Universal monster growing up. Nice, nice. You would like to see a Batman Bloodstorm movie universe with Zack or Tim directing it. That would be interesting. I'm sure they could pull it off. Or even David Ayer, too. Make DC great again. I want the DCU Batman Beyond movie. Yeah, I would love to see a Batman Beyond movie, honestly. Even if it's animated, that's what we're supposed to get animated, but thanks to James Gunn, that got canceled also, because Matt didn't have Ben to steal from. Yep, thank you, and I'm glad. I'm glad that didn't happen. That way, everything is working on our favor. So again, in time, all this is just gonna come to light. You never watched the trailer, clip, a movie for any Guns DCU movies? Nope. No, don't waste your time, honestly. Save your power for something else. They're going to cast Elliot Page as Judge Dredd. You imagine that? Odyssey's gonna flop. Yeah, man, it's starting to look like that. Dredd is a very serious person, but they might screw him up. Yeah, I think they are. I mean, if you got this, there's a Taika, whatever you call his name, YTT, whatever his name is, yo, dude has a strange name. That character, I mean, his name sounds like a character's name, honestly. Like, straight up sounds like something off of Crash Bandicoot or something. Movie coming out. Yeah, that's the one that he's doing. The one with Dread, Judge Dredd. I don't know. I'm not excited for that. In time, we will get our prize. Yeah, I agree. I agree. He's Samoan. Oh, okay, that explains it. Okay. Um, I don't know. I just don't know. Oh man, what's so hard with Hollywood making good stuff, and then they wonder why they don't have money. Then they wonder, where's the fans at? Where's the people? Why aren't they showing up? I mean, if you would make a good project and good production, people would come out. But since they insist on putting slop, people have realized at this point that slop doesn't sell. People just want good movies. That's all. Let me see. You love both the 41 and 2010 Wolfman movies, but drawing is based off the 2010 movie. Okay, cool, man. More power to you, man. I'm not into like those type of characters. I've seen them, but I'm just not into them. Like Mummy and like in the sense of like Frankenstein, like those type of characters. I think that's what Wolfman comes into, right? Like from that universe and stuff. But that's cool. I mean, if that's what you like, hey, that's what you like. You know, that's that. Nothing against that. Make good movies. Not garbage. Yeah, that's it's. I don't know what's so difficult, honestly. Um, this guy, Taika, Joss Whedon and James Gunn ruined comic book movies and cinema as whole. Yeah, big time, big time. They really did. You want good movies? We all do, my friend. We all do, man. Honestly, we all just want some good movies. That's it. In Bane's voice, do we accept James Gunn's lazy MCU copy movies? Do we accept the content from all these liars? Oh man. Damn, I needed that good laugh. Wars the Marvel man, always cracking me up. Love it, my friend. Uh, oh man, that shitty Bane. After I'm done with this, I think I'm gonna watch the clip and just laugh. Um, and with the now that we're talking about Bane, yo, just random. Like I like the fight scene when he fights Batman and you just see Catwoman just staring, literally like she's just staring while Batman's getting his ass handed, and you see all the goons just watching and stuff, all those mercenaries. And when Bane is like literally, when Batman's trying to fight back, he's like, "Oh, you fight like a young man. You don't hold back." And then when the lights go off and stuff, and he's like, "Ah, you think darkness is your ally?" Cracks me up, yo. And then when he was like, "Oh, what is it that he said?" He's like, "Something about I was born." No, yeah, he was born in darkness. And he's like, I didn't see the light. I just crack up every single time. I'm like, damn, man. Like, clearly Nolan didn't care. Oh man, like completely. Wacky shitbag as a director who ruined Thor. Yeah, big time. They made Wolfman. Okay. Yeah, Taki sucks. Taki, that sounds like straight up like those Taki chips or those fried Takis. Tim Burton should do a Creature Commandos movie live action. I'm sure he would do a lot better and stuff. Yeah, the voice, man. I'm telling you, it looks like y'all like the voice. Oh man, worst Bane ever, at least for me. Yeah, man. At least the Bane from Batman Forever, they made do like straight up a brute, like a dumbass, like raw Bane. Like they made him like Grimlock. I was like, come on, this shit's bad. Oh man, watch Transformers Prime after the stream, at least episode one. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm for sure gonna do that. I'm for sure gonna check that out. His Bane voice sounds all whiny and at cheeseball. Yeah, yeah, like it just I don't know. Again, like I don't know. I just don't. The Bane that I really like, it's from Arkham Origins. That Bane, yo, even that Bane is scary. Like the dude that does the voice for him, man, like that dude, that Bane on that game, yo, like that's the Bane I want to see in live action like that. Like that dude he's not no joke. Like he's straight up, he means business. Like that dude really wants to take Batman out. Comics for real. You were born in it. Oh yeah, I was born in it. Oh, it cracks me up. That's all. That's all right. We like different things, but I really enjoy 2025 Frankenstein movie on Netflix with Oscar Isaac and Jacob. I saw that not long ago. Um, like I said, I'm not into Frankenstein and stuff, but I saw what they were trying to go for. But you could tell that they were trying to make it more modern and stuff. I felt like as a person that hasn't seen Frankenstein and I have no idea what really that character's about. I would have preferred to see a much more scarier Frankenstein. Like they tried to make this one more like Robert Pattinson, and I say like a pretty boy in the sense of like they just tried to make these monsters more acceptable. And I'm like, yo, they're monsters. Why are you trying to like make them very like modern and hip and appealing? And I was like, okay, I can see you're going for the thirsty women demographic, and it didn't work. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I saw what they were trying to do with it, but I just couldn't get into it honestly. But I did like the sets and stuff like that. That was pretty awesome. I think Tim Burton would do a good Frankenstein movie or anything that has to do with that genre that's kind of creepy and stuff like that. James Gunn, I'm still in charge of the DC Studios. Bane, do you feel in charge, Mister Gunn? Oh man, like when he talked to him and stuff. But we paid you a large amount of fortune. Dude still gets snapped. Yeah, that's the one. You merely adopted the darkness. Oh man. Oh man, I'm telling you, I was born in it. He put so much emphasis too. Like when he fights Batman, it's like damn, like bravo, man, bravo to Tom Hardy for the for the bad performance, man. That's oh man, it's terrible. Dave Bautista should pay Bane in the DCEU. I would love to see that. Yeah, he has to like straight up bulk up for it again. That Bane was sick. Yeah, he was sick, but it's just the talking part. They should have just left him. Dude, don't even say nothing. Like your lines are just like, "Rah, rah, rah." That's it. You know, like, dude, don't even talk. Just straight up fight. That's it. Arkham versus Bane was scary. Yeah, yeah, big time. Hell, even the one from Arkham Asylum from the game, that one was scary. Dude was big too. I was like, man, David Ayer should do Bane. Oh, that would be nice. I could see that. In the Absolute Universe, Bane is scary. Yeah, I seen the drawing of it. That I do like. I actually do. Um, a ball. Is that the actor that does it? Air Snyder Bane would be scary. Yeah, yeah, that would be. I can imagine. Absolute Black Adam with The Rock. Let's go. Damn. I know a lot of people are liking the absolute thing, so that's pretty cool. I love the Bane voice in Batman the Animated Series. He demands that Batman admits defeat and scream his name. It's pretty funny. Yeah, yeah. Actually, like you know what? I agree with you. I do like the Bane voice in the animated series. Yeah, that he sounds like a luchador. Like I think he's like Spanish origins or something like that. I don't know. He sounds pretty cool. I like that. I wish I saw Henry Cavill's version of Superman going one on one with Black Adam on theater screen. Oh, that we're gonna get that in for sure, my friend. I'm telling you. Once the Snyderverse is back and the DCEU, all that is coming. All of that. Could you imagine Guns Bane? Nope. I do not want to imagine that. Honestly, I can only imagine what he'll make him do. Honestly, I don't know. Capital WTF? Tom Hardy. Thought with that voice, he sounds like a dude who hasn't hit puberty. Yeah, I mean Christopher Nolan for letting that slide. Honestly, Guns Bane will be trans with daddy issues. Nathan Jones for Bane. Oh man, I can't even. Is the Deathstroke and Bane movie still happening, or was that just a smoke screen? Man, that's just a smoke screen. They're just trying to get people interested, um, so they could be like, "Oh, they're gonna get this." They're not gonna get that crap, honestly. That shit has been floating around for a while. That's not gonna happen. I understand what you're saying, but Tim Burton would be the perfect person to do a Frankenstein movie. But the 1931 Frankenstein movie is forever a classic. All right, cool, cool, cool. Guns Bane is one from the Harley Quinn animated show. Oh, he has one. I haven't even seen it, so I don't know. Damn. Now that you said that, you know what? I'm gonna look at clips to see if I find that. All right, so the Harley Quinn show. Harley Quinn Bane. Look it up. All right, I'm gonna look at that. I put that on my notes too. Damn, I got homework from y'all. Remember that the same guy that said that Thomas Wayne has run the company into the ground. Remember he got Bruce Wayne kicked out of the shareholders meeting. Reminds me of WB and Gunn. Yep, yep, yep. That's true. That is true. Same logic can be applied to hold on to Hardy Venom, bred within the dark, molded by it. Yeah, that's true. It is siblings didn't see the light until they were killers, but by then it was nothing to them but blinding. That's right. Yeah, I always remember that. He's like, by the time I saw the light, I left them blinded. That shit cracks me up, man. Oh, Joker. I mean, actor from Troy. That's Nathan Jones. Oh, okay. So Troy's the one that did it. Okay. Let's see. James will get his his brother to be Bane, and tell his brother to be able to beat the Rock. Hilarious. God, that Hardy show is a fever dream for DC. It's basically DC Velma series. Oh wow, that says everything. Uh, you can't. I haven't seen the Harley Quinn series. Yeah, I didn't see it. I haven't seen that either. Like, I'm just not interested in that. It looked too stupid. I don't know. It's just not my cup of tea, if you want to say. Harley Quinn show is funny as a parody of all things. Okay, so if it's like that, I guess then that makes sense. Like I said, it's not really my thing, but hey, I know some people watched it, they liked it, and if that's what they like, that's what they enjoyed, I guess, why not? Let's see. All right. Caught up with the comments right now. Would you like Bane depicted as a scary character or more of a wrestler or hybrid of both? I would like to see a hybrid of both, honestly. I would love to see a scary Bane, but within, he's a mercenary and a wrestler, I guess luchador if you want to say. I would love to see, just because the animated series and that to me I think speaks a little bit more of Bane. At least, hell, Batman Forever, they tried and they did that. They actually give him the gear like a luchador, and like, yeah, they made him sound completely moronic, but like, I like that. Like, in the sense of his look was fitting for Bane for that time. If Nolan would have gave us something like that, not that silly and stuff, but just with that tone, like, I wouldn't have mind. I would have been like, all right, cool. But I don't know. This Bane was just way too mercenary, like a little too much. I was like, damn, this is not even Bane. Like, this dude's just some freaking mercenary dude. Uh, let's say it's purposely fully a mockery. the the only thing decent is Harley and Ivy shipping for a reason. All right, on that show, right? Okay. Yeah, Scary Bane. I heard Creature Commando season 2 is going to release in 2027. Yeah, that's what James Gunn's saying, but again, he's just trying to build this excitement that's not there, so people can just try to tune in and stuff. Season 2 will never see the daylight. Yeah, that's not. It's not. I mean, Peacemaker season 3, that's not seeing daylight, and even James Gunn said it. That's not gonna happen. So yeah, but he's so focused with Peacemaker and stuff. So I mean, at this point, it's just James Gunn's just picking whatever hell he wants, and if it works, it works. Which it's really not, honestly. Gunn, I'm making Creature Commando season 2. Jim Carrey. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. no, nobody. Nolan's Bane broke the city and Batman. Yeah, he did. He was a threat. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Nolan Bane is great. It's just that voice. Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like. That voice, man. That voice. I'm telling you. Um, didn't he pick up like a shotgun at the end, or he was getting ready, and then Catwoman just comes and saves Batman, and she just blasts him with the bat pod. I think that's what happened, right? Like, dude was getting ready with the shotgun or something, and then boom, he got blasted. The way he went, I was like, damn, that's it. That's how they did Bane. All right, you can tell Christopher Nolan was tired. He was like, I'm done with this. James Gunn, when he is out of the DCU and gets fired, do you know how much I've sacrificed? Gun to admit defeat with Peacemaker is a rarity. Yeah, he was probably forced to say that. I mean, he knows it. Let's see. Hold on. All right. In my opinion, Bane was in the issue in the Dark Knight Rises Talia Wars. Oh, okay. The voice. It's that voice. Oh, okay. Let me see. He was a team when Batman and Robin came out, and I was disgusted at Bane. He was too silly for your liking, and the performance distracted me from the movie. Yeah, that's what happens sometimes, like when it's too much of something, where there's too much jokes, the costume, or just some things, like it's very distracting. When Gunn is fired, he's gonna whine and blame us fans. He'll try to babble about this was my plans, blah blah blah. Who cares? Yeah, yeah. Nobody cares. I mean, that video that I was telling you about, the interview that I just saw earlier today, he's talking about that pretty much his quote unquote plans of what he's trying to do with DC and stuff. Clearly, he has no guidance and no sense of where he's going with his universe and stuff. So that just shows you that he's completely all over the place. But that's James Gunn, honestly, at this point. All right, sorry you spoke in the mic. That's what my writing is misspelled. Oh, okay, you're good. You're good. Yeah, that Catwoman was one of the best. I mean, one of the beat Bane in the movie. Yeah, yeah, she's the one that with the bat pod and stuff. But yeah, that Catwoman, she was baddie though. That was, props to that for Christopher Nolan for casting her. She was a good one. Let's see. Same with Christian Bale with Batman voice. Yeah, the voice yeah, I mean, from the first one to the second one, the voice, that raspy voice, what kills me every single time is the duck lips. It's the constant duck lips. When you see him always talking to somebody, he always does the duck lips. It's like dude's like a fish trying to get air. I was like, yo, like tone it down. Like, come on, like Christopher Nolan, come on. You don't see those duck lips? Like you could just be like, yo, tone it down with the lips and just let it flow a little bit more. But yeah, that's the only thing I really didn't like about that Batman. Let's see your top three Batman movies. Batman Returns. Let me see. Hold on, my bad. Oh, okay. Batman Returns, and The Dark Knight. Okay, yeah, yeah, good movies. All three of them. All three of them, honestly. Adam West is the perfect Batman for Gunn's universe. James Gunn is toast on time management, big time. Michelle Pfeiffer is the best Catwoman. Yeah, I agree with you. That is true. That is true. I will not say I can't argue against that. Yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer, baddie, badass. That was Catwoman also. What we saw in Robert Pattinson's universe, nah, I just don't like Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman. I was like, I'm glad she's not coming back for the next one. The voice was fine in the first film, but then it went downhill after that. Yeah, yeah, big time. The first one, Batman Begins, it was good. It was, I think in the third one is where it really got out of control, like the voice with that raspiness and stuff. Pedro, what up? What up? Restore the Snyderverse. You know it. I'm not sure they gave Bill's Batman nostrils in the cow of the first of the Dark Knight Rises. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna have to go back and see because yeah, if he probably didn't have those nostrils, then probably dude was trying to fight for air. The Batman sucks. I agree with you, Five Ash Art. I agree with you. The Batman sucks. It really does. I don't like it. It's a boring movie. Extremely boring. When it comes to live action, Ben Affleck has the best Batman voice. Yeah, it makes sense for Batman to have a voice modulator. Yeah, that's true. That is something I would have never thought of, honestly. I like that Zach did that, honestly. Like, I would have never thought of that shit. I would have never been like, yo, change his voice. Nah, because we're so used to like, yo, make your voice deep and, you're going to try to hide your identity. It's so much that your voice going to get raspy in real life. You really going to be drinking water and lemon every day to like soothe your throat. No, So it's like, yo, like, I like what Zach did, put that voice modulator in it. And then when you see Alfred that he's testing and stuff, that's pretty solid. I was like, damn, that was pretty creative. Little small detail that goes a long way. Gunn loves Clooney Batman. Hell, even Clooney's Batman is better than Robert Pattinson. And that says a lot. The true DCU must return. Gunn and Pattinson must go. You know it, Ray. Hell yeah, for sure it's gonna happen. Ben Affleck's Batman motivates to keep working out and slowly getting results. Yeah, yeah. And if you put that music from Batman versus Superman, yo, like straight up. If you put the damn, which one is it? I think it's the besides the Do You Bleed. Like you crank that shit on in the car, it feels like you're riding in the Batmobile. I think it is Do You Bleed. Yo, I crank that shit on time to time. Man, that shit feels like you riding in the Batmobile. Like straight up. Man, that shit must be nice. There's a YouTube comedian who goes by Bateman. He does Bale and Battinson's Batman spoofs. They're pretty funny. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He does really good stuff. Have you seen the video of Bane with Darth Vader's voice? I think I have. I think I've seen the yeah. There's even a South Park parody that they made all on Bane with Cartman that he's wearing the jock strap in his mouth. Oh man, he's like it doesn't matter what our intentions are, it's what our plans are. Something I don't know. It's just freaking hilarious because freaking Cartman wears the freaking cup and the I'm just thinking about it and the little elastic on it. That's how South Park is, man. It just cracks me up, man. Everything has made a joke of that Bane. If you were Matt Reeves, you would make Poison Ivy and Mr. Freeze the main villains of the Batman 2. That would be cool to see. We need a solo rated R Carnage movie with Jim Carrey. That would be sick. That would be honestly sick. To see honestly. All right, Chad. I got like 3, 4 more minutes to go, so I'm about to wrap it up in a few minutes. The Better Man is the worst DC movie of all time. Cornball Sweat, The Suicide Squad, and both Cokers are also the worst. You know it. You know it. Make Batman great again. Yeah, we need Batman again, the real Batman. The Batman and Gun Superman are just two different types of diarrhea, big time. One is watery, and the other one is straight up watery with extra chunkiness in it. Ben looks ripped right now. Yeah, Ben is he's been working out. That dude is he's probably prepping up for something. We know what's up. Anne Hathaway's Catwoman looks as though she comes right out of the '66 Batman film. Yeah, it was supposed to be inspired from that, so that's pretty cool that they did that. Exactly. All right. The Batman 2022 and Penguin 2024 phenomenal. But I respect everyone in chat's opinion. Yeah, I mean, if you liked it, you enjoyed it, good for you. I mean, I gave him a chance. Both of them. I saw Penguin. I saw Batman. I saw Batman probably like 2 or 3 times. Not in the theaters, just one time in the theaters, and the others like on HBO Max at the time. Same with Penguin. Of course, that was only on HBO Max. But yeah, I mean, It's better than what James Gunn's putting out. That's for sure. That for sure. Get ready for Nyquil Man Part Two. Yeah. That South Park episode was hilarious. Yeah, big time. Have you seen Obsession? Nope, I have not seen it yet. I keep getting ads for it. I respect your opinion too. Yeah, man, it's all good. In an alternate universe, Autobots and Decepticons are at war because they both couldn't solve the cube because it's their Rubik's cube. That was good. All right, peace out, Vegeta. You have your gripes with the Dark Knight Rises, but honestly, don't think anyone that WB hired could have given us anything better. Yeah, big time. All right, later, bro. Appreciate that. Appreciate y'all. I'm about to get going in literally 1 minute, so I know, bro. And imagine yourself driving a Batmobile, awesome engine, workout gets you hype. Yeah, big time. Keep them wallets closed always. You know it. All right, y'all. Yeah, thanks for joining. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Gotta go. You have studying. Good, good. John Bertrand Pusher gave Ben some positivity in the movie of theirs. Yeah, yeah. Ben Affleck is a real one, big time. Even Gun Riders. And Jody's Corners, no Supergirl will fail. Yeah, big time. It's crazy that you have every single movie on DVD. Nice, nice. You don't know anyone who can watch the Batman more more than once. You had to finish in two sittings. You had to watch Road Warrior after that to cleanse the planet. Gooners, Sound Rapid card kick me. Yeah, big time. But with that being said, my friends, I'm about to wrap it up. Thanks for tuning in. We talked for 2 hours. I'll be back again sometime tomorrow, and tomorrow we will continue talking other random stuff and all this stuff. So I'm seeing that y'all enjoying more of the open panels and stuff. So, I will look into these videos that y'all told me to check out. I have my notes right here and stuff, and I'm gonna do, my notes and go back to it and stuff like that. But yeah, with that, Wars of Marvel, everybody, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Get some rest. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Peace out.